Start though. Overload, overload. Yeah. I'm out of control. I'm out of control. Out the park, centerfold. Yeah, hard to say. Overload. Ain't no parking space on the road. Yeah, I'm out of control. I'm out of control. Out the park, centerfold. Yeah, say your breath. I'm too cold. Yeah, devil hate me, wanna take my soul. Yeah, I am just a source of what you stole. I'm about to knock it out the park. Yeah, centerfold. Yeah, hard to say. Yeah, overload. What they want, cause they won't leave me alone.
Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode of Black Otakus of the Culture. It's your boy Chris J. Glad to be back. Got the whole squad on here. We got Cam on here.
What up?
Trail Sav.
Yo.
And DC here.
What's up?
Alright, we all here. Before we start this episode, a couple of pluggers. Make sure you shop You Tweaking Media merch on Teespring. We greatly appreciate that. Shout out to those that bought some merch. Face masks. We got face masks. We got hoodies. We got t-shirts. So we got it all. Long sleeve and short sleeve. Copy some merch. Ain't no excuse no more. Also, Stream. Our homie, Chaz Vibe, co-host of Timeless Vibes. He dropped a new EP, Sacrifices. Make sure you check that out. Available on all streaming services. Same way how this podcast is available on all streaming services. YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple, Google, whatever, Amazon. Find it, stream it. We greatly appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get into this episode. We got a lot to talk about this week. As we start every episode, we've been reading, watching, and playing. Playing, for me, 2K, Spider-Man. And I did watch my friend. She was streaming Little Nightmares 2. It's a pretty neat looking game. If you're into little thriller, scary type games.
I'm finna play that demonic shit.
And it is demonic as shit. If that's your niche, go ahead and do that. So yeah, so check that out. For what I've been reading, we're gonna talk about My Hero later, Dragon Ball Super later, Boruto later. Outside of those main three, I caught up on Sakamoto Days, which is like it's a recent manga that started on Shonen Jump. It's about a former world's greatest assassin, and he became a family man, and he's still out here. People's testing his gangster. He got to go back to his old ways. Pretty neat, pretty funny. I enjoying it so far. So yeah, that's it for me in terms of playing. Then for watching, pretty much we're all going to talk about it later. So nothing for me to really. I go outside, but I'm still binge watching Kuroko no Basket. Still enjoying it. I'm at when tall folks come back. What's his name? Shit. That center, the dude
center?
with the bad knees.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name right now. He
you
joined
look at
back
the
to
the
team.
purple hair, right? Pink purple hair. Dude.
No, not the Generations dude. The dude on Senine.
Oh, their team.
center.
Yeah.
Their center.
Okay.
When he came back, I forgot his name, but yeah, he's back, and they're in the qualifying rounds for the Winter Cup. So I'm at the last game where they got to play against some dirty, filthy niggas. So, which I enjoyed that game because that game pissed me off, but it was a really enjoyable game. So yeah, so that's what I've been on lately. So
Hold on, Chris.
What?
You saving it for later, or you go give that show bars?
What show?
You know what show I'm talking about? The show, the only show that you watch that we don't. Promised Neverland.
Oh man, see, oh man, thank you, because I purposely forgot. I literally did forget. I'm sitting, I'm like, but yeah, man. So Promised Neverland, G. So they fucked everything up, bro. Now, as the only one amongst us who finished and endured the whole manga, there was still certain shit I wanted to see. Goldie Pond. It's gonna be fire. I wanted to see my boy Lucas, who was like a big brother to the kids and who helped them train, pull up to the scene and help them through their journey and shit like that. All of that erased just so they could bring Norman back. By the way, who they forgot in the manga when he came back with his homies that he had a growth spurt and was also experimented on.
Wait, so he's still short?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. He's still short.
Wait, did they even show the episode with that big, swole, mentally challenged dude?
No, because that was Goldie Pond. And Goldie Pond also introduced more kids for their journey. So everything is going into this is fucked up. I'm sorry for cussing.
Fuck the kids, bro. Because we love dudes saying fuck the kids on Black Otakus. It's not the kids. It's the antagonist.
That too, and I was going to get into that. And I was getting to that. I was getting to that, G. Everything's going to that. Everything's going to get into that. So, that's just on the protagonist side of things. Let's look at the antagonist of the story, which is the demons, pretty much. They totally ignored one thing that Goldie Pond really introduced was world building and lore around the world that they're in. Like what we already basically know is the demons eat humans. That's all we know, but we don't know the direct reasons why. We don't understand the class system in the demon world. They didn't introduce the greatest nigga in the show, Lewis, depending on the translation that you read. So he's not introduced. Who's also based on the end of the manga, the most probably an essential player of the goddamn series, because he played a role. They didn't even introduce the Demon Queen.
That's ass, bro.
They didn't introduce. They didn't introduce the royalty system, who plays a role in making sure that they try to get these kids by any means necessary, because these Gracefield kids, A1 product, is that Za amongst the demon world. So it's like, hey, they trying to get the Za back. The Za's on the loose and they can't get their Za. So the demons is mad as hell.
Hey, did Emma even tap into the Avatar state yet? Was she, in the astral plane with all them other,
Oh, and the way, and then also all of that plays a role, because it's like it introduces the fact that there's a way, the alternate way to literally prevent everything from like Norman killing the demons.
The no promise and shit. Has she found about them? Another thing I was gonna ask. Also, mind you, I didn't watch, but I know from the manga.
Yeah.
Did they do the chase yet? So when they get taken out of the bunker and they getting chased by that one human agent from the demons, did they do that?
You mean the first time?
The nigga with the glasses that they blew up, and then he was like half fucked up.
That was after Goldie Pond finished.
That was after Goldie Pond?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so they definitely skipped that, because we seen...
They skipped a lot.
What's his face? Yeah.
Yeah, because like that's when they introduced like the two big brother figures that they had, who was just lurking around. So like, yeah, all of that plays a role in, I feel like, in Emma's character development, Ray's character development, even like the two other teenager kids. I can't think of their names right now.
Don and I forgot.
Don and Gracie. I'm gonna just call her Gracie right now because I don't remember her name, but she looks like a Gracie. But it fucks up a lot of character development with them. Everything's fucked. So in this episode, let's just focus strictly on this episode right now. So episode pretty much says, so Norman pops up with his homies and all that, say, hey, we just saved y'all, who out the damn. So okay, that picture DC, I think you put on Twitter. Not mean that you not put on Twitter, that you pulled from Twitter and put in the group chat, and I was like, so that was just that scene. Like, they do got their original character designs.
Okay.
Even though they didn't show the Zotzi nigga after that scene.
They still don't got their original character design. I know in that episode in which they was impostering as demons, but if you still go shot for shot with the fucking manga,
I know.
Still have the same exact.
It's still close.
Dickhead dude look more like a fucking dick than the character, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like closer to the original character design. That's Datro's right. It's not as close, but it's closer. It's a C. It went from an F to a C. So, which ain't that much better. C minus. So Norman pretty much says, okay, they bring Norman back to the hideout. And the kids like, oh yeah, it's Norman. We're out the bend. Like, they asking like, what's going on? Norman says, "Yeah, I was at this other lab. I was at another facility where they do tests and all of that on children and stuff like that." And him and the crew, and pretty much him and his crew destroyed the lab. So, for one, it's only 5 of them, which is Norman, Vincent, the 2 other niggas, and that girl. So it's like, gee, but Norman had more niggas on his side.
He had a whole he
had a whole
army of kids.
Yes, he had a whole army of experimented super kids, because that's the purpose of that lab. And then they took out the fact that Norman was also tested on. That's why. So I guess they were like, we don't want to make Norman bigger. It's gonna look weird. But gee, it would have more impact on the story and even on Norman's character, on why his motivations of like, we're going to kill all the demons, if he was actually experimented on. They just said he was just studied, which was stupid, because one of the biggest things that everybody noticed when Norman first came back on the manga was, yo, is this nigga like look like a grown adult? So, like, he got this white suit on and he look like a grown ass adult. That pissed people off, that he was the same size. I was like, gee, why he like, gee, what the fuck? So then they pretty much, this really shows that they're kind of fast forwarding the whole final arc of the manga, which is really bad, because even though I said the manga was dragging, they did not care at all. Because so they mentioned Norman's motivations and stuff like that, and then the Emma Ray was like, oh, okay, we gotta learn about Norman's new homies, because like these people are weird. So they introduce themselves, they have a talk, and they realize, yo, these niggas are crazy. Then that leads to Emma saying, I don't want to kill, I want to save all the demons, which is close to the manga, but people was confused on like, why the hell is she like this? Even though that's Emma's core character, but it's just like, what the hell? Because once again, Goldie Pond and the arc in between this was very essential to both characters. So it's like, yo, what the hell? So she has to talk with Ray, saying, I don't know, I'm gonna figure something out. But at the same time, there is no lore about the promise itself, which was introduced in previously arcs. Everything's fucked up. Everything. It's wrong. I want to drop it so bad, but I'm like, I just want to see how they're gonna mess it up. I want to. Like it. Like, I really thought about it yesterday when I watched the episode. I was like, I really want to drop this shit now, but I'm not, because I want to see how badly that they're gonna mess this up, so that way I could sit there and message. I already tweeted Cloverworks like, y'all fucked up, but I really want to see how badly they fucked this up. Sorry for cussing. Like I'm trying to get better, but it's really pissed me off. It really pissed me the hell off. So, Cloverworks, I'm on y'all ass, G. Y'all are under surveillance, G. Y'all are under surveillance, G. And I'm pretty much the most chill nigga on the pod. I don't really try to be on asses like that. But Cloverworks, I'm on y'all ass, G. I swear to God. I swear to God. But yeah, so that's it for me.
All right, cool. So, we trying to speed through this episode, so that's the fourth wall breaking. So I ain't gonna go into depth of what I really been doing. Reading, come on, it's me. Watching, I watched the Jujutsu Kaisen episode 19. Be there for that bracket that we gonna make, y'all. About the
gonna make an episode 19 bracket. Be on the lookout, G.
Spoiler alert: Demon Slayer wins.
Keep it buck. But, now also for no, I ain't got nothing else. I don't think I watched anything else. Oh, Wild Division, talk about that later. Nothing else. Then for playing, I played a lot. So as I do, I always go to my PlayStation screen and go from least to play. So the Ultimate Fusion is back. Ever since we found out that the PS5 is a different entity than a PS4. So niggas, get y'all bread up and get one. Me and Cam fused together, so I was able to play Spider-Man, Miles Morales, keep a buck. probably got 20 minutes into this game.
It's not that you're fourth way done.
Don't feel like playing Spider-Man. Lego Marvel finally beat it. I was like, dang, I beat this game. Let's go ahead and hit the platinum. Turns out, after I beat the game and did a couple of missions where I did like all the missions in between it, I am 48.3% of that game. So, hell. No Man's Sky had a companion update. So every update I do, if y'all don't know the history of the podcast, I always check up on No Man's Sky to see how busting it is. It's a smidget busting. I ain't even gonna count. It's a smidget busting. Is it I caught No Man's Sky because it's busting out? No, but it is a.
I think No Man's Sky is free though, right?
What you say?
Wasn't No Man's Sky free for like one of the PlayStation Plus things?
Probably, yeah. It is a kudos to I won't even say Hello Games. What the fuck is that nigga name? Everybody know his name but me, and I'm the only one who play this game.
No, we don't honor that. No, it's Hello Games. It's developers, not Sean Murphy. It's the developers. Not that nigga, bro. That nigga's a lying sack of shit.
They have created a extremely massive freaking game that is just continuously to expand. Every time I get on here, it's a different game, and that is amazing. Something that CD Projekt Red can look at, and not necessarily it will be the same exact track record, but I'm saying don't give up on something that's getting shitted on. You know, don't be like Anthem, spoiler alert. Like, don't give up on you can have a success story. It ain't all about the money, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes love in a video game goes a long fucking way. And to talk about fans, you go on a Reddit, you go on whatever post these No Man's Sky niggas talk on, bro, these niggas ain't toxic with each other. These niggas giving out portal gifts to go to different universes. They trading eggs like it's fucking Pokemon with they goddamn companions and shit like that. Like, they got a fucking beautiful ass community, my nigga. Like, I wish other games had a beautiful community like No Man's Sky. These niggas love each other, my nigga. Like, I go into the multiplayer hub, niggas handing out fucking shit that I could sell for millions of fucking dollars, bro. It is hard as fuck to get money in that game. So niggas passing out shit for free. Like, so shout out to the No Man's Sky community, y'all the real day ones for sticking with that ugly ass game, and shout out to got developers for creating a big and expansive universe.
Well, it should have been like in that in the first place.
Yeah. So I told Dinos, if this game ever go to $20, I will cop. It was $20. So I caught Borderlands 3. Still haven't played with that nigga yet. So I think I got finessed, but I actually am enjoying myself. It is also I got, because I hate this with this whole, because I can keep a buck with you. If I go to the PS4 version and PS5 version, if I play both of them games simultaneously, there will be no difference. Like, I'm going to keep it real. Like, other games like 2K or the Spider-Mans, there is a difference in load time and shit. This game still has a fucking shit load time. So, it's either because I'm either spoiled with video games or I realize that.
Did Borderlands 3 get a next-gen update?
Yes, I played the PS5 version. That's another reason I couldn't play with Beanos, I think. I don't know if he downloaded it yet or not. I think I got finessed. But, so I don't really want to talk about, like, how good the game is and stuff like that. I will not give a review of it because Borderlands is a looter shooter. But I will say this. They did not cap when it comes to saying the difference in fucking guns, bro. There are so many fucking guns in this game, bro. That some of these guns do shit that I wish other games did, bro. Like, you can throw a gun when you run out of bullets, throw it, and it turns into a fucking walking brain and it blows up to the nigga next to it, G. Like, shit like that. You got a gun that plays beats when you shoot it. Like, shit, that's some real cool shit.
That was on Ratchet and Clank.
What'd you say?
That was on Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. When you talk about the Groovatron? Man, I'm not talking about niggas dance. I'm talking about like the legit gun literally shoot and beats come out.
Oh.
I'm talking about the Groovatron.
The Beats by Dre.
Play with that fucking weapon anyway.
You didn't. I did.
It's a cool game. Is it still fun playing by yourself? I don't know. Like I said, I can get enjoyment out of anything. And last but not least, I'm not going to talk about it a lot, but Cam Will, Persona 5 Strikers, it is what it is. It's Persona 5 Strikers. That's it for me. Been chilling. Like always. And yeah, and Dokkan Battle. Top 5. Wait, no, why am I saying top 5? Top 1 anniversary ever in mobile game fucking history. There's no comparing it to it. It's the motherfucking GOAT. Alright? Shit, we still ain't done with this bitch. And it's still getting cracking.
Damn.
So look, other mobile games, pay attention.
You done? Alright, so I think I'm gonna be quick too, because I think everything I read this week we're gonna be talking about later. So I'll just go to. I don't think I watched anything either. I didn't watch the Jujutsu episode. My sister told me about it because I read the shit. Uh, I guess I could just talk about gaming, but it's the same shit as last week. You already know. Fire Emblem. I'm basically doing 2 separate playthroughs of the path. I have a female and a male. I'm doing the female because, like what Cam said, you get different dialogue pieces with the female, and I'm just and the females like the female Byleth is the best looking chick in the game. Like it hurts me I can't romance myself, but it is what it is.
But
Oh yeah, technically, man. So yeah, Cam told me that Dimitri's path is the most interesting path, and he was not wrong because that path is really good. I think like in terms of video games, there's some really. I'm not saying like it's the most best written thing I've ever seen, but like it's really intriguing with how they're connecting. Like I don't know. I was talking to Kim about this. There's certain tropes that I like and how they do it. Like there's a certain character you think they're a certain way, and each support breaks down the previous notion I had of that character. And like I love the support conversation so much. I can't stress that enough. But that's it for me this week. I don't. Everything else we'll talk about later.
yeah, I'll try to keep it brief as well. So for reading, really just webtoon stuff. Lore Olympus. I didn't talk about It's Mine, which is kind of like for people who watched back when it was a phenomenon. I think in the early 2020s, or when I forgot when it came, but like that You show, like the white dude was like a stalker, is basically like the Korean version of that, but like a little bit more depth to it. That's getting interesting. Unordinary as well. Um, and I think that's pretty much. Oh yeah, and this fantasy romance anime called Imperia. Really good stuff. So as far as watching, I didn't get a chance to watch any of the Cells at Work stuff because I'm busy doing life things. Uh, so that's that. And then for playing, funnily enough, well, because technically I did play Persona 5 Strikers more because I got the Japanese version. Um, but for meme purposes, and give a little context. So everybody knows the cultural phenomenon of fucking Honey Pop. Honey Pop came out like I think it was cracking back when I was in high school. I forgot which year though, but I kept hearing people talk about it, so I bought it and just so I could see how it is. And it's like it's basically degeneracy, pure degeneracy given form. You're not meant to do for all my SJWs, all my feminists. Listen, the game is not meant to be. This game is not meant to be taken seriously at all. This game is like the original Honey Pop. Like literally, the nigga walks up to the nigga walks up to a freaking milf porn star day one, and asks for a date, and she goes out with him. Like shit don't happen, bro. Like you get to have sex with the goddess of love in that game. Like shit's not meant to be taken seriously. The good thing about that game, honestly though, the one thing I do like about this game, aside from the degeneracy of the original game, was the puzzle solving aspect. That stuff was actually genuinely dope. There's a lot of strategy and skills and stuff like that. So I didn't know that there was a sequel that was supposed to be coming out. But apparently it came out during February. Shout out to that. That's good advertising because of Valentine's Day and niggas is horny. But this game takes it up a step further. Whereas the first game, your goal was to just have sex with like, one woman at a time. This game, your goal is to have as many threesomes as possible. Because apparently if you don't, the world would it'll blow up. Like that's the plot premise. So like already going in, I'm not taking this shit seriously, bro. Like this nigga, literally day one, this nigga goes into a plane. He sees a chick that he sees a chick that you could romance from the first game. She's like an airplane pilot, and then she sees the main character, and she's like, "All right, I'm finna go to the bathroom. I'll leave the door open." And then you have sex with her, like before you even get started with the game itself. So once you get it takes place on this island, which I'm pretty sure is an innuendo. It's called like the Isla de Puna. I don't know what language that is, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with pussy. Um, so essentially the gameplay breaks down to this. You'll get with two you'll have two girls at a time. I forget how many chicks there are in total. It's like 10 or something. 10 or 20, I forgot. But you'll break up into girls in pairs of twos. And the mechanics of the game have changed where before, you really will focus on one girl. But now there's each girl has like likes and dislikes. So there's like kind of like how Candy Crush, you have like the bananas, I don't know how whatever they do in Candy Crush. But like in this game, there's like these tokens that are divided into categories like flirtation, romance, talent, um, flirtation, something like that. And your goal is to switch between the two girls and match their likes together. And you can kind of like enhance the gameplay by giving them certain gifts that give advantages to the game board aspect of it. And then you can also um before you date them, you can talk to them to get certain information that'll help you actually like do the puzzle solving aspect of it. So essentially each girl, like, you have to basically date the two clicks twice. So the first time they'll meet, they'll introduce to each other and you date them and they'll go like, "Oh yeah, I like you. Like let's do some stuff later." And then the very next time, it doesn't matter which time of day. You could be in a casino, you could be at the strip club, you could be on a cruise ship. Doesn't matter. If you successfully complete the puzzle board, the next time you have sex with them. And you get a really raunchy scene at the end of it. Um some wild shit. I'll say it like this. Do I recommend you get this game on Steam? It's $20, and I say hell yes. This game is funny as fuck. Like I like this game. I have not had so much fun looking at, because like we on the podcast, like niggas on this podcast, like they got like lightweight shit, right? Like when we talk about like degenerate shit from like Monster Musume, interspecies review or shit like that, like lightweight shit, right? When I get into my degeneracy, I usually go all the way. I'm talking like Neko Power having sex with cat girls. I'm talking visual novels, and I'm talking shit like Honey Pop. Like if I'm gonna be lustful, I ain't gonna do that softcore shit, my nigga. Like I'm trying to see some shit, you know what I'm saying? But like that's what Honey Pop does for me. Now, am I like jerking off this shit? No. I said before, I don't take this shit seriously. It's funny as fuck. So I don't know how far I'm into the game. You're supposed to like, with every successful threesome you have, you get these things called like fairy wings. And then once you get a certain amount of fairy wings, you can advance the plot and basically have sex with these interdimensional goddesses or something that awaken because they're on their period. So you're supposed to have sex with them before they like destroy the world on their period or some shit like that. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Like the cast of girls are cliche as fuck. Like there's this Middle Eastern chick that is like always horny. Like when you invite her on a date, she says like she says like thanks for coming in me, and then she like slips up and she says like no, I mean thanks for coming out with me. There's the black chick earlier. She's pretty cool. There's this MILF porn star. There's this lady who owns the resort island who has a husband, and she says that she left her husband with her kids, and she came to the island because she likes to have sex with younger men. There's what else is there? There's this goth chick who like hates everybody. There's this fashion model chick who's like a major like S tier slut, like just ridiculous. Like it's a fun game. So if you have the time, and if you don't want to play the game, look up a playthrough. I found about this game through Markiplier. Shout out to Markiplier. Oh, he put up like some parts of the game. So it's funny as fuck. I'm surprised it didn't get as much attention as the original one, but I'm gonna spread awareness, man. Honey Pop, bro. I like it. So I'll give the game a meme 10 out of 10. You gotta buy it.
A meme 10 out of 10. Respect it. All right, cool. Ken, while you still on your gaming tip, you want to give your Persona Strikers impressions? Either I feel
Yeah,
like
so
you kind of did,
I
but
guess,
what else? You
but I
can
got
add?
some more insight because I don't understand Japanese.
Very true.
So um I'll say the big thing that I was worried about with Persona 5 Strikers was how they're going to handle Sophia's voice actor. I really liked her Japanese voice. Her Japanese voice actor. Until this, I still think her Japanese voice actor is better, but I was worried because it's like, how are they going to handle her mannerisms, the certain stuff that she says, and they did a good job. I really like the way they handled the new girl, well, not really girl, AI, Sophia. Her mannerisms are good. Her voice is very, it fits her character from what I've played in the Japanese version. So kudos to that. But essentially, now I have some insight on how everything fucking works in this game. But essentially, the premise of this game is obviously the metaverse is back, but the way that it operates is different. So in the original game, that they had like palaces, right? And you have to go to the palace, steal the treasure, change part. In this game, it's different. They have what's called a jail, and essentially in that jail, the ruler of the jail, which they call the monarch, their objective is to steal desires of people in order to fuel themselves. The first villain that you encounter in this game is Alice, and I don't know if they say she knows about it, but like I'm assuming it's like a subconscious thing at this point. Because even in the Japanese version, from what I understood, like she didn't know, like because they don't know about the metaverse stuff. But essentially, she uses the way that she still desires for men in order to basically make them love her, buy all her shit, so she can be even more popular. Because reasons being that she got bullied as a kid, standard shit, right? Uh, but aside from that, gameplay wise, now that I can actually, instead of just button mashing shit, it's really cool. Each character has their unique style, kind of similar to how typical Dynasty Warrior games. Each character kind of has their own unique shtick. Joker's a jack of all trades. Ryuji's like kind of like a charge character. Same thing with oh no, Ryuji's a charge character, and she utilizes like fire infinity. Makoto uses nuclear infinity. Sophia, who's also like, she's probably my second favorite. Like she has this thing where you have to time her hits in order for her to get more like powerful combos and shit like that. Pretty cool. Morgana's pretty cool. Like he's very fast and he does like a lot of cool combos. But yeah, everybody has their own unique shtick. The I'll say this: the one thing that is worrying me about this game, and I'm not gonna blame them because it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of mentality. However, I do think there's a little bit of laziness as far as the structure of the villains. It's very painfully obvious that they're doing the connections to the villain like they did in the first Persona game. Alice is connected to Anne, who was connected to who was, even though it really should have been Ryuji in the first game, but who was connected to Kamoshida in the first game. And I haven't gotten to the part in the English version, but in the Japanese version, the next villain, spoiler alert, shocker, he's connected to Yusuke because of art shit. So like I have a feeling that they're gonna kind of do the same shit as far as like villain motivations to characters, which is kind of lame. We've already established these characters, so going through the same shit that they did in the first game kind of detriments instead of adds to their character. There's nothing really unique about Al. Like, I mean, she's cool. She's a cool design character, and I mean, there's nothing really bad about her. She's just kind of there. Like, Kamoshida was a fucking asshole. Like, you wanted to wreck his shit for what he did, but Alice is like, who cares? Um, so yeah, I'd say that's just my biggest negative of the game so far. But other than that, um, I will say that I think this game officially comes out on the 23rd. I got a digital edition, so it came out on the 18th. And I really like the game so far. The OST is banging. A lot of the remix, they got some new songs and a lot of remixes of previous OSTs are really good. So if you are in this game, is a canonical sequel to the first Persona game. Even because the thing that was worrying me as well is because Persona 5 Royale came out after Strikers, but apparently they do some callbacks to Persona 5 Royale. So it's a sequel of Persona 5 Royale. So if you're a Persona 5 fan, this is definitely a game to get because I don't act like me. I'd say get the game and you'll enjoy it.
All right, cool. Daytra, you want to say anything? Your impressions of the game?
No, he said really what he had to say. I agree. I'm from a person. This will be other than being over somebody's crib randomly. This would be the first. What's this shit called? Muso.
Hello. Oh, we here. So, but yeah, Daytra, you go back to doing what you were doing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a cool game. I'm definitely gonna try to binge it some more, especially at work. I'm gonna try to play a lot of it. Um, but yeah, I say if you like Persona, definitely buy it. If you like Musos, definitely buy it. If you need a game, buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
All right, cool. So with that being said, that's our gaming part. All right, let's go ahead and get into. Let's go ahead and talk about WandaVision first. So, DC, you can go ahead and cook with the WandaVision talk.
I do not do good with was it summarizing so y'all can interject when I skip over shit. Trying to remember how the episode started, low key.
It started with the stuff happening in the house with Wanda. So you know everything flickering and shit like that.
Okay, I remember now. Yeah, so she wakes up. She wakes up, and I think they showcase the Modern Family.
That's the
office
shtick they going with.
Yeah, so they showcase all that. So the whole morning routine is basically showing us that like Wanda's out of it. She wakes up with Vision not next to her. She doesn't want to get out of bed. She's still wearing her like costume from the night before. Her kids come in, and I think Billy says that I hear stuff in my head, like it's really cloudy, and she doesn't want to hear anything about it. She's in her like I don't give a fuck mom
She's crazy
mode. Yeah, like unhinged mom. That's what she is now. I think she goes downstairs to make some cereal, or was there some stuff that happened before that?
Yeah,
Like
she like it shows the boys playing video games and like their shit is flickering. And
Oh, yeah.
then she walks down because they're fighting over like they have a Wii remote in their hands now. And then that's when she goes to the kitchen and she makes some cereal and shit keeps happening.
Yeah, her milk keeps changing. They ask where's dad at, and she's like, if he wants to go home, if he wants to come back, he can come back. I can't control him. So that's basically letting us know that she can't force him to do stuff either.
Mm.
And then I think she sits down and she says something to him. Hey,
She
you know,
says that
Kim,
she
you might
doesn't-
as well.
She says
explain
that
it.
like I don't have like you're expecting me to have all the answers, the questions that you have. I don't have
Yeah.
answers to your questions. She sits down and that's when Agnes comes in. She's like, well no, here's a doorbell. She fucking unlocks it with magic and then she says, oh yeah, that's Agnes. Like before she even walks into the scene, Agnes comes in, says, I'm gonna take the kids off your hand. Yeah, you need to break, and then she takes them and goes, and then we cut to, I believe we cut to Vision. Vision in the circus. He wakes up. He's confused as fuck. He sees Darcy, so he runs up to her because he still remembers her being there when he tried to escape the hex last episode. She's under control. It's funny dialogue. Like he's like, we met. Like, don't you remember me? Like we had a connection, and she's
And
like,
she was like, hard pass.
she's like, our pass. Like she's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she-
Also, shout out to that outfit, Black History
Hey.
Month. So I'm not gonna say anything because Dr. Umar gonna be mad at me. But you know what I'm saying.
Like since I'm not a freaking Muslim, I can say this shit.
Man,
Well, phone them.
the outfit was really good. But hey, we gonna give black women recognition because Monica.
Oh, brother,
Man.
until you unmarry her, it's best you stay over there, brother. I appreciate you and I love you, but you are no use to me with that white woman on your arm, brother.
Hey man.
But basically, Vision like frees her from that mind control, and they agree that they have to, for some reason, they got to go back to Wanda, which is like, why you bitch are crazy? Why you trying to do that? Then we cut to what's going on outside as far as the sword shit. Hayward has a plan that he's trying to execute because you know the hex is expanding, and he we find out that he wants to he wanted Vision. He wanted to bring Vision back as essentially as a weapon for Sword. Which is kind of funny because that technically means that both in a weird way, both Hayward and Wanda's goal, like they have the same goal technically when it comes to bringing Vision back. It's just that Hayward, if he brings Vision back, it's not going to be the Vision that Wanda remembers, loves, and shit. So then we cut to Monica and Agent Wu. They're going to visit. I mean, L for me because I got my hopes up. To visit the engineers that Monica was talking about, some random freaking chick in the military, some lame shit like that. But they she gets in this vehicle that's supposed to help her go through the hex so that she can finally get to Wanda. They're like, oh yeah, this is gonna slip right through it and blah 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 blah. That shit don't work. Flips that fucking car and turns half of it into a fucking truck. But at this point, Monica's like, I don't give a fuck. I can pass through this shield. And then in there, we get a cool little transition of her activating her powers, which is pretty dope. Also, I think a hidden nod to Black History Month too. I respect the Disney, placate the audience. So she enters the hex, but this time she's unaffected because of her powers. She goes straight to Wanda, and Wanda's like, Wanda's on her racist shit. She like, you don't belong in the suburbs, you black chick, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't like your kind around here. I'm paraphrasing, that she didn't really. Pretty much, she said that. And she basically threatens Monica. Monica activates her powers, and then she's like, "Yeah, you can't do shit to me no more. Like, I'm with the shits now." Which is a pretty dope moment. Also, shout out to her having blue eyes. I'm on your ass, Disney. Blue eyes, really? Dr. Umar don't approve, bro. Don't approve of that. But anyway, Agnes comes in to basically take Wanda away from Monica. They cut to her house. Agnes and Wanda are talking. She's like, "Oh, where are the kids? I don't see the kids." And they're like, "Oh, they're probably in the basement somewhere." And then we get a really kind of creepy transition of her going into the basement. And then she discovers like this little, like really weird kind of like old, medieval, dark times type of shit corridor. She goes into this one room that kind of has all this satanic witch shit in it with like a freaking book in the middle of it that Daytrail said is very important to Wanda's character. Agnes comes in and she's like, "Yeah, you're not the only superpower magic girl here." And she's like, "Yeah, my real name is Agatha." And it kind of cuts to this cool thing where it kind of shows us various times where she interfered with what was causing certain things to happen in the previous episodes of WandaVision. With a really cool song number too. So it's like it was Agatha all along. So it was a really dope moment. I like that. Then there is an after credit scene. So typically there's only been 2 so far. So if you're the type of people, once you see the credits, don't. There is an after credit scene where we see Monica walk up to the basement, and then Pietro comes in and she's like, "Oh, you're snooping." And that's it. As far as brief synopsis of the episode, a lot of theories got shot off. shot out the fucking window. I still think that Mephisto is involved in this. I don't know if it's Hayward, but I do think that Mephisto is involved in this in some way, shape. But because we did get a confirmation on the Agatha shit. Oh yeah, and also I kind of skipped over this. This is one part of the episode that kind of pissed me and Detroit off when it came to fucking Vision's character, which consistent. It's like it's not even the show. The show doesn't nerf Vision. Vision nerfs himself, which pisses me. Like this nigga. Like, did you notice that DC when they were fucking driving in that fucking truck, and then the people were like, it was like construction worker, and it's like, oh, Wanda's trying to prevent us from coming home or some shit like that, right? And I'm like, nigga, get out the car and fucking fly. What are you doing still in that? And like, it was like a good 5 minutes of that shit. And then once I think the kids started crossing the road, he was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna fly now. I'm like, this is why I don't like your ass, Vision. Like, I didn't.
Like, I wasn't that upset about it because I think because they were talking about some stuff and that he was really intrigued by, and I didn't think too much of it.
I would agree, but like you saw them both get visually frustrated at the fact that their progress was getting impeded, and then I was just like, no, you can just go anytime you want to. Like the conversations that they were having were pretty cool, but you saw at multiple instances they were like, oh, she's not letting us go, and it's like, dude, get up and fly. Like it's not that like what are you doing? I will say that the conversations were cool. They talked about the fact that he was built from Jarvis and that his body was meant for Ultron to commit genocide, and he was like, well, what does that make me now? And then she's like, well, that was a pretty cool interaction between those two characters. I don't know what else, but I don't really know Darcy's role in all this. I'm curious to see, pretty much, but I'm curious to see like what else she's gonna add to the story at this point going forward.
I mean, she is. They did say that she was like since the last time we seen her, she got her like PhD, so she might do some sciencey whatever. I don't know how else that is gonna. She might be there to like you know how you always have to have a character that explains how someone's able to do something. So you know how Monica just got her powers.
I don't like that though. I wouldn't like that in this.
They probably need because how is Monica gonna know what she's doing if she's the one that introduced us into saying, hey, your molecular structure is different.
I'm talking about as far as the hex stuff. Monica's powers, yeah, but as far as the hex,
that's what I'm talking about. Is that she's gonna explain how powers? Monica could do what she could do because she doesn't know what she can really do yet. So I think Darcy might say like, "Hey, you can see the electromagnetic spectrum, so try this." I see that's the only, for me personally, that's the only way I could see her contribute to like the final fight, whatever it is that they're gonna have, because it's pretty much action. This moving forward.
Yeah, shit's going down. I think that theory is true though, that I said about the kids being tied to Wanda's
psyche.
Yeah. And the fact that they weren't there at all, because at this point she's mentally fucked up. So I think that the reason why she couldn't find her kids is because they don't exist. Because you weren't thinking about them. You're thinking about some other shit.
So two things. So one is both of these things are kind of somewhat theories, but also true in the aspect. Because they can be used in different ways than what they are used in the comics, right? So one, the fly on the wall, like anybody know what a fly on the wall means? That means that thing is observing something. When you say I'm a fly on the wall, that's a cicada, so you know that's demonic already. But fly on the wall means you're not observing something, right? Big
that
ass.
Could be Mephisto.
Now time to Mephisto.
King of the Lord of the Flies.
Him and that motherfucking bunny. Because notice she said, "Oh, do you like the bunny because he's a good listener or some shit like that?" When Wanda's son was patting the fucking bunny. But between that fucking fly and that fucking bunny, one of them niggas weird. But no, the main thing I want to talk about is the book. So that book, shout out
Darkhold,
because it was a night I couldn't go the fuck to sleep, and when I can't go to sleep, I'll put Rob on Comics Explained. and I put one of his longest fucking videos on. I just let that shit play. And so happily, I was paying attention as I was trying to go to sleep until when they was talking about that book. And what it is it's like some fucking, it's like one of them all-powerful God type things, right? And honestly, Marvel don't like to go in that realm of comic books in which explaining like, you know, the tribunal and all them niggas and stuff like that, because it can confuse a nigga who don't understand the shit, right? But how Wanda basically got her powers is from that book. Because Wanda's technically not a fucking mutant from the comics aspect of it, right? She's technically not a motherfucking mutant. She's technically not even Magneto's kid. But she got her powers from this book of this demon, and this said demon that they could change this shit to Mephisto if they want to. But this said magical space demon thing, if you code that book and get your powers from that book, eventually that being, all his whole purpose to do is control you so he can bring them back into this world. That's his whole purpose, because he's in all his powers is inside that book. If I knew the name of that fucking video, I would tell y'all, but my YouTube history is full of comic explains right now. I don't feel like sifting through that shit. But it is that book is very key. And also another key of saying, yo, we need a wizard nigga to decipher this book. So Doctor Strange come in with your Doctor Strange shit. So, it's cool. It's cool and all. That's what's up. There's a lot of Easter eggs that us who don't, well, I shouldn't say us, but me who doesn't understand a lot of comic callbacks, because I don't read a lot of comics. I don't read none at all, so to speak. But for the niggas who read y'all comics and know y'all ins and outs from this fucking Marvel Universe shit, y'all about to have a field day with this fucking episode, yo. Or had a field day because we recording this past tense. So, yeah.
I got only like two, like, to Easter egg, the Nexus thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's one of like the like multiversal constants amongst the different universes. I'm just gonna say my theory pertaining to this, but you know how Quicksilver, I think he's actually a Quicksilver. I don't think he's Fox's, and I don't think he's current. I think she plucked him from the multiverse. And the reason why I think that is he knows who she is, and his event, like how he remembers things, is different from her. And when they showed him dead, his bullet wounds were different from the previous Quicksilver. And he said, "Last thing I remember, you were calling for me, and I was shot in the street like a punk." So since she's a Nexus being, so that means there's a Wanda in every single universe. I think that he's from a universe where his Wanda looked like her, but it's not the. That explains why Agatha pulled
It's not the same
him.
thing in her. Yeah.
And then I also think that I don't think they're completely pulling Fox over. I think they're retconning and plucking what they want from the Fox stuff with this Nexus thing. Because in the Fox movies, there's no Wanda. So if she is a Nexus thing, then you can't pull the Fox stuff because she wasn't there. And you kind of, go into a plot.
Quicksilver kind of be like, who the fuck are you?
Exactly. So this Evan Peters Quicksilver is like probably a hodgepodge version of Fox, and then whatever the MCU wants to do. So that's just what I don't think he's Mephisto. I don't think he's Nightmare. He might be mind controlled. I mean, he is mind controlled, but I don't think he's gonna be a villain that people are saying he is. Because at the end credit scene when he's like Snooper's gonna snoop, people were saying, "Oh, that's what a henchman would say," or he seems like he's gonna apprehend Monica. I don't think that.
I think he's gonna help her or assist her do something.
Because he was really questioning, like, you notice whenever he was talking to Wanda, he wasn't antagonistic towards her. But whenever Vision was brought up, he was antagonistic. So I think he's just trying to figure out, his Wanda wasn't with a Vision. So he's trying to figure out why she's with a Vision now and has kids, and why am I here, and yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, that's just, me trying to figure things out. But I love this episode. I love that. I hope Marvel continues to do this, what they did with Monica. And you don't have to do a freaking origin story movie. You could have a new movie with a, pre-existing character, and have an overlying B plot with a new character. To have it actually like mean something. Like it's like we're not going through the whole montage of me learning my powers, and
right.
We don't have to
do what we're going through right now, so we don't have to focus on that shit.
Exactly.
Man, you know what's crazy? WandaVision really got my hopes up for the next, what's happening in the universe.
Yeah.
even for Loki, and even for Hawkeye, not Hawkeye, with a
Falcon and Winter
Falcon
Soldier.
and
Birdman.
Winter. Yeah.
No, I'm
Falcon
capping.
and,
I'm still not hyped for that shit. I'm lying
I'm
my
hyped
ass
for
off,
it.
bro.
I'm hyped for it.
I'm lying my ass off, bro. I ain't hyped for that shit.
I'm hyped for it. I don't know what y'all
I'm
talking
hyped
about,
for it.
but
Yeah, like I'm
I'm
ready
hyped
for
for
that.
it.
Polka Dot and Bucky. My bad.
Yo, that might be the episode title: Papa Doc and Bucky.
You wrong for that one. But I'm excited because shout out to those comic book guys. They said Loki's a Nexus character too, so that's probably a tie-in for that. But I'm just excited overall. Like they're going really into like Marvel used to be like, oh, we're touching the comics, but we're gonna put our spin on it. Now they're like really diving into like comic book stuff with the Darkhold or whatever they're gonna call it, because they said they already introduced the Darkhold in Shield, Agents of Shield. So some people think it's.
shit, bro. So
I didn't watch it either.
Nobody watched
Y'all
it.
bogus if you did, because like if Agents of Shield already showed that book, y'all dropped the ball with some potential story like lines with that. But I think Marvel's like Agents of Shield. We're just gonna do our own Darkhold stuff. But overall, I love this episode. Like last week, better episode keeps getting better. Whoever said that it was hour long episodes, whatever that post said, they lied to us. I don't care about it. I don't care about any of these like tabloids, because like there was one week they said we're getting 2 episodes, we didn't get it. Then they said, oh, hour-long episodes. These last, I don't believe none of y'all no more. So it is what it is. But I enjoyed it. That's it for me though.
All right, so we can get ready to move on. Let's go ahead and hit the animes first. So we'll work our way up to hype and what wasn't hype. So Skate, all I'm gonna say is this episode pissed me the fuck off. So going to Skate this week. So suddenly our boy Reki, the redhead guy, is starting to deal with insecurities and jealousy and shit, because I guess now.
No. It's not even that. It's not even that, bro. It's not even that. Because like I'm not mad at Reki.
Mhm.
Like, because the thing is, I'm mad at the fact that like it out of nowhere, everybody's like, it's like he's like, oh yeah, Langa, that's my nigga,
Yeah.
and everybody literally goes like, oh, fuck you, bro. Like, you're not Langa. Oh, you're not Snow. Yeah, you're that. He goes to get a drink, and then they're like, oh, what about that redhead dude who's with Snow? Yeah, he's a fucking loser, nobody.
Yeah.
He sucks. Like, it's like everybody out of nowhere starts compare. So like, it's like I'm not even mad at his character.
Yeah, it's just
Because it's just like literally everybody's like, yo, fuck you, bro. You suck. Out of
yeah.
nowhere.
That's I was about to get to that. It's just the insecurities and all just came out of nowhere, and it just like. If people had a problem with it, it'd be nice to introduce it previously. Like especially like after how Adam got in that ass. Literally. So then I'll be like, okay, cool. Like he literally did he tried to touch that man while skating. But yeah, G, so if it was like they kind of started throwing the seeds in, like he actually heard people talking shit after Adam literally love hugged that nigga to death, then yeah, cool. It'll make sense instead of just because all they did was introduce that he's scared of Adam. Cool.
Yeah.
Like that's I was like, okay, cool. I wonder what they're gonna do with that. But just to actually introduce like all the other people in S is like talking a bunch of shit, saying, yeah, bro, you ain't that cold, and it's like, yo, bro, like
You ain't cold either, nigga. What the fuck?
like, gee, who are you? You don't even have a name. You haven't even skated. So no. So the whole episode is based around the fact that now suddenly Reki self-esteem is hurt. His pride is hurt as a skater and all of that. So it's just like the man is just, he's hurt. Which bothered me because it's like he always his character came off super carefree. That was Reki's character to me. Carefree, whatever. Like, if I fuck up, I fuck up. Even like when after he got hurt with Adam, he was still very carefree. It's just like he cared enough about Langa to be like, chill, bro. Like don't skate with folks. He's dangerous. Like, that was the only time he legit cared. But in terms of like what other people think about him, he came out very carefree. So I just didn't like how they introduced the effects of, oh yeah, I see the, like, if they say, okay, I have it's a gap between him and Langa, and he started to notice it. Okay, cool, because that's very prevalent. Like the man literally starting to realize how he could use a snowboarding to skateboarding. So, and he was a freaking legendary snowboarder in Canada. Cool, but just to kind of make it seem like he's just in a way jealous and hurt, it bothers me. It really bothered me. So that's my rant on the episode.
Yeah, it's I agree. I think that I'm just hoping that next episode they calm this shit down. Because like one thing I did like about Ricky and Langa's relationship was the fact that like Langa was cold, but like you did have moments where Ricky kind of showcased that like he still does the skateboard shit. I just don't like the fact that now it's just now all of a sudden you want to do this fucking talent versus effort bullshit again. Like, can we stop with this nonsense, please? Um, if you don't handle it, if you're not gonna take notes from Haikyuu, just don't fucking do it at all. It's not good. Like all of a sudden now he's like, oh, I can't jump this high. Who cares, dog? Well, this shit next episode and like give Reki his moment, because I did notice that they give Langa a lot of moments if you go back and watch the previous episodes.
Yeah.
As far as skateboarding shit, when like Reki is the main character who like it really likes skateboarding, so let him have a really good like race moment, like really good. Like give him a really good moment, get his self esteem back, and let them have a talk about we can both make each other good, and let's move on.
Exactly. Like it's just goofy. I will say I'm looking forward to because we're at the, of course this is like the final few episodes of the season. So the Adam skateboard tournament looking really interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, like, of course, Longari say he's gonna do it. So I'm pretty sure Reki's gonna join it as well. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Like that's gonna be interesting to see. And it's also a good way to showcase Reki's true skateboarding talents. Because each time we've seen Reki skate, outside the first episode, he was going against overpowered niggas. First episode, he was going against clown folks, and he got nuked. So it's just I can't honor that L because he was winning, but he went against the little skateboarding prodigy kid. Okay, I understand that. And then he went against Adam, who's literally the best skateboarder on the show. So we see. Like, so I want to actually see Reki go win and do something. So I guess the term is a good way to showcase that. So I'm looking forward to see where things go. I just want this plot point to die, like really die, and be handled so much better. And I also agree with the talent versus effort storyline in sports, all anime, but sports anime specifically, because it's overdone.
It's overdone
unless you do it correctly. Haikyuu did it really well. Like Haikyuu does it really freaking well. But yeah, so let's move on from that. Let's talk about I'd rather talk about ReZero first, get this shot the way. This episode was ass. It was ass. Like we got a Rosewall backstory, and then which led to Rosewall and Subaru and the gang arguing.
Talking about the same shit that they talked about like this is my fucking problem, bro. With ReZero. They keep repeating shit, dog. Like Attack on Titan's problem is that
they talk too much. But it's
ReZero's the problem is that they keep saying the same fucking shit, bro. We know Amelia is cool, like blah blah blah. Like the only interesting thing about this episode was the encounter that they had with what's that, the melancholy nigga, whatever his name is. If you notice the way he talks like Rosewall does currently.
Yeah.
Like the way he like keeps saying certain phrases after it's done. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with his current state of being. Like there's some stuff that they didn't show us with the initial confrontation with Best Girl Echidna and all that other stuff happening. But after that, like the dialogue between Rosewall and Subaru was a skip. That shit was fucking annoying. It was dumb. It added absolutely nothing to anybody. We know that Subaru loves Amelia, cool. Rosewall likes Echidna, and he doesn't like people. Okay, we get. Bottom line is this, and I'm gonna keep saying this because it's annoying me. I'm gonna do what ReZero does, saying the same shit over and over again. Can we get the fuck off this fucking forest, bro? I'm
Please.
so sick of Sanctuary G.
Please.
I want this fucking thing to get nuked to the fucking sky. I want those magic bunnies to come and burn this shit to the ground, bro. I am so sick and tired of that fucking location. And that's it.
Yeah, like it's not that else for me to add. Like this episode could have been half an episode. It literally could have been like how they did the my boy damn Otto, how they did Otto's little backstory. This could have easily been half an episode, moved on to something else easily. So it's been a frustrating watch lately. Just do something and move forward, please. So, and the episode ended with Amelia coming out this the dungeon thingy. So I'm guessing we're moving forward, please, please, because I'm
They
tired.
said we got 2 trials left. Please.
Unless they off screen the 2 trials, I just hope so. That she woke up and I was gonna say, okay, it's done, please. I hope so. Like I don't know, but yeah. So I'm over this shit. So let's go ahead and talk about Horiyama. Horiyama. I don't know. I keep forgetting the damn name. Horimiya. So, hey man, all I'm gonna say is shout out to my nigga Miyamura G. Did what you supposed to do, man.
Those 5 days away made her extra horny, bro.
Look, G. Like, look, G. Whatever they implied that shit. But my man's was like, hey, he saw that text because I don't know how. Yo, his mama bogus because he said, hey, can we go to the store so I get a phone charger?
I don't know why he could just. My thing is, like, he had battery left. He could have just texted her, like, I ain't got no battery. My phone is about to die. It's going to be hard for me to communicate with you.
Exactly. But he tweaked on his end, and then his mama could have took him to the convenience. He told me within none of those 5 days, she didn't take that nigga to the store.
And let me say, because they're in the countryside. I've been to the countryside in Japan. Literally around every fucking corner, there's a vending machine. It's either a vending machine or a convenience store. It's either one of the two.
So it's like, gee, my man's never ever went to get a phone charger, G. He was like, I'm good with not communicating, but shit. But yeah, so it was still a fun episode, even though that event didn't take place towards the end. The beginning was focusing on other characters. I really
Which
don't
I didn't
remember.
care about.
Yeah, I really don't remember the other character's name, but I will say this: his friend, the dude who got snubbed, purple hair folks, whatever. Yeah. I'm glad that some other hoes are coming so he can properly move on, G. I'm happy. I'm happy for him. Even though those scenes was funny, but I'll let you talk about it, Cam.
Listen, because like at first, like imagine purple hair folks' mentality, right? Like his best friend is going with the shorty that he like, right? They dating, and in his mind, it's like, all right, it's that hopeful thing where like if she break up with him, it's my chance to shine. You feel me? Like I'm gonna pick up the slack. It's too late now, bro.
Way too late.
Like
way too late.
He went down on that nigga, bro. It's too late for that. I will say this though. Again, this is one major plot point, which is why I don't take a lot of high school romances seriously, because they treat this shit like it's life and death. Like the freaking blonde hair chick was getting mad about the other chick talking with the purple hair folks. I guess maybe because I'm older now, so I guess you can call this experience or whatever. But like, it's fucking high school, bro. Like, like, yes, there are some relationships that come out of high school, but it's not that deep. It's not that fucking serious. if he goes with some other chick, G, like you got your whole life ahead of you. Just because you ain't get a nigga, just because you ain't land somebody in high school, don't mean you gonna be single for the rest of your life, unless you choose that. This shit is. I just can't take it seriously. If he ends up with her, cool. If he doesn't, I won't care. Like I won't. Oh my god, I feel so sorry for like me. You fumbled the bag, bro. Like if you like him, say it.
Exactly.
But the other part of the episode that I liked was the Ori and Miyamura stuff. That the relationship is deepening. This is one of the things that I really like. And the reason why Itazaru and the Kiss is my favorite romance anime of all time is because they do things that romance animes like typically don't do. Like if you're like me and you've seen a lot of romance anime, you know that like by episode 11 or 12, that's when they actually start to romance. And then you get like a kiss at the end, and then show's over. They live happily ever after. Itazaru in the Kiss's case, you get to see the relationship start from when they were in high school all the way up in their adulthood when they're married and having kids. Shit was good. So now you're kind of having a similar viewpoint with Horimiya, where it's like we're not getting a lot of the cliches of like, oh, we gotta wait for episode 11 or 12 for them to say that I love you and to kiss and shit like that. Like they just fuck in this episode. I wish I was not expecting, like, because at first I thought it was like maybe they just made out, but then at the end of the episode it was like no. And then I checked the Reddit page and they were like, yeah, they did it. I will say though, I think this is a hidden PSA from Japan, because y'all do know that Japan's child birth rate is severely low. So like I feel like this is one of those nods, like they're just trying to get like, hey, high schoolers, man, please fuck each other, bro. Like we need some kids.
Look, man, in Japan they encourage high school pregnancy. That's wild when you think about it, but damn.
It's kind of like how Darling in the Franxx was a big fucking PSA. Ass in the Franxx was a big PSA for fucking childbirth and shit like that, because y'all niggas ain't having no babies no time soon. But I hope he used protection. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want next episode for her to be rubbing her belly or some shit like that.
That'd be funny as hell, because the way, just how fast is their relationship progress, it's like, damn, I won't be surprised. But damn. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's like I said, it's one of the better anime of this season. Like, definitely is. And it's like it's very realistic in moments. So, but yeah. So
except for Purple Hair Folks. Purple Hair Folks is not realistic. You would have known that them bitches wanted him.
My man's just over there just taking cookies. I don't mean it in that way. I don't mean it in, but he's legit. He's just, they offer him treats and he's taking them, and he's just like, hey man, even though he did eat them burnt ass cupcakes, and that nigga a different breed. But let's go ahead and talk about Jujutsu episode 19. Just in time, DC, you're back, cause now. So yeah, we about to talk about Jujutsu episode 19. It finally happened. Everybody's calling it the greatest episode 19 of all time. But we'll see when we do that bracket. So, with that being said,
thank you, Mappa.
Shout, thank you, hashtag thank you, Mappa. It's still a thing.
Tweak it.
Niggas is on Mappa's ass back and forth.
I didn't even know I was muted, bro. Man, fuck them niggas, bro. Yeah, bro, fuck them niggas, bro. We Mappa K over here, boy.
So we
Mappa team BK, all right. We team BK, team A. We fuck with.
Team A, y'all
go on the north side, bro. We watching them. They gotta come see me. They gotta come see me, man.
But yeah,
they ain't used to animating because all they animate is talking, G. So maybe that's why.
Well, nothing to animate. It's talking right now, G. That's the plot.
For a while.
For a good while. But anyway, moving on. So, great episode, Jujutsu Kaisen. So the little spirit.
Realistically, though,
thing,
like, can we all just agree, like,
the second episode, half,
but like, it's not that deep, y'all. Like, like
no troll, G. Episode 19 of Demon Slayer was better. That's not a troll.
It's not. Yeah. We're gonna keep it real.
Visually wise, I think the second half. I think episode 20 would be fucking amazing with Jujutsu Kaisen, because you can't leave off on some shit like that and be like, oh, let's go to backstory here. No, you gotta go the fuck in. It's just the episode 19 of Demon Slayer. That shit was heat. It was the last heat thing of the fucking show. So of course it was gonna be the best episode. But like the first half of this shit was like, okay. The second half though,
The second half, boy.
Like as soon as Panda nigga popped up, it was like, all right, cool, we going places now.
Oh, I will say though, I did like the fact that Maki got her ass whooped. I fucking hate her.
Okay, I know where you're at.
I don't like her ass, so seeing her get her ass whooped was pretty. I'm sorry, but that feminists don't take it the wrong way.
But Jujutsu Kaisen does women the best way.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me about my clown of the week, bro. Thank you for reminding me about that shit.
Yo, but yeah, G. So the episodes had Maki and what's the other dude who be using the summons and shit? DC, what's his name?
Oh,
Megumi.
okay.
Megumi.
Can y'all tell me how many times this shit is gonna fucking happen? Where it's like he's about to do some cold shit and then out of nowhere somebody interrupts him. Like that shit keeps happening in this fucking show every time. Cause he did his hand like he was about to form like some Kamehameha or some shit, and then Maki interrupted him. It's like they keep saying that there's some kind of power that he has, some hidden power that he has, and every time he's about to something happens, and it's annoying at this point. Like, stop doing that shit.
Yeah, so like we don't know when he's gonna actually do something cold. We'll see probably later and soon in the future. But damn, how you gonna hire a new coach mid-season? But yeah, so that happened. They got their ass whooped, and then Toto and my boy Itadori popped up to the scene as if they were just not like literally my man. They were just sparring with each other at the off screen. They off screen sparring just to literally pop up and be like, "All right, we're gonna fight." Toto was like, "You gotta do that move, or if you die, it's whatever. I'm on your ass because I'm not gonna help you." I was like, "Gee, we just saw this. They just whoop everybody's ass, literally whoop everybody's ass with a. I don't even know if it's a man or woman spirit yet. I don't know.
But don't assume it's gender.
I think it's a it.
It's a woman because literally Jujutsu Kaisen has evolved a woman.
And how dare you surmise that women can't look like that, DC?
Exactly, it's problematic.
I say it. So if they get mad at me, you transphobic. So I'm just saying.
Oh, but Itadori proceeded to lay hands, do his thing, used his new move, and it even caught the thingy off guard. I was like, oh shit. But it's just really dope to see the brohood of Tadao and Itadori. That was the highlight of the episode.
We called each other my brother, best friend. She was kind of cool. I like that, bro.
Yeah,
got some Final Fantasy 15 vibes from it.
Definitely. So it's just like I'm like their relationship is just super dope to see, even though they just literally met like 5 episodes ago.
Also, shout out to the Rule 34 community.
I didn't have to think about that. I didn't have to think about that.
You already know it's happening, bro. You already know it's
happening.
Friends. In my brand.
It don't matter, bro.
You're right, because
freaking Bakugo called Deku a shithead.
Hey yo, pause real quick, bro. Speaking of that shit, I forgot to say this, bro, because I looked at the comment section, G. So the My Hero community is such shit. So Horikoshi drew what's her face falling out the sky and Deku catching her.
Yeah, I saw that.
Comment section was hell. Remember when we found out that Naruto finally like married
Hinata,
and then all the Saku fans was about to kill themselves and shit like that, and asked for that comment section down there, my nigga, make that shit look like a normal talk between people, bro. Yeah, I don't even want to say some of the shit I saw. They was like, nigga, we good over here. We got Rule 34 over here. I'm like, damn, nigga. These motherfuckers some dramas, my nigga. Like, it ain't even that serious, nigga. This thing out real. They were like, it's okay.
Like a high schooler too, dog.
At the end, they gonna be with each other. I'm like, I don't think they are. I just was like, bro, that is hell. The shipping community is weird, folks. Weird. Unpause.
That's fucked up. But yeah, man. So
I'm disturbed.
it was a decent episode. Animation wise, it was decent, but it's not Demon Slayer episode 19. But I would say this: what they have on Demon Slayer episode 19, the evolving of women in anime.
Also,
That's
the
all.
action, because like Demon Slayer was just a sword slice, and them niggas was throwing hands.
Yeah, they were actually like going at it. So I don't have really anything else to add. Y'all can say y'all thoughts.
I ain't got nothing to add. It was alright.
Me neither.
Yeah, so y'all tweak by saying this was the greatest episode 19 ever. But we are super serious about making our episode 19 bracket.
Episode 19 bracket.
That moment in the group chat was funny as hell because we looked and episode 19 has some bangers, G.
Across the board, bro. Across the board, G.
Like it's episode 19 bangers all across the board. So we will do a episode 19 bracket. It will be funny as hell. So be on the lookout for that. March Madness is actually next month. So it works.
Bracket time.
Yep. So that will be our annual bracket. Let's see. So okay, we're gonna go into manga world. Let's hit My Hero first. So I think we're gonna have very decisive views on this chapter. Honestly, because me and DC had a conversation, and Cam said his thoughts.
Ranger again.
So,
I don't even know what happened. What happened?
I'm probably Lone Ranger again. But...
Alright, so yeah, so what chapter number is this? What, 303 or 302?
302, bro.
302. 302.
So yeah, so pretty much in this chapter, let me pull up the chapter so I can reminisce. So pretty much this chapter goes into detail about how Sizzle went into the path of becoming pretty much an abusive father and husband. And while also going into detail on how it's kind of Ray, who is his wife and the mother of the kids. She has some blame. And also that Dobby is pretty much a snobby, spoiled white kid at this point. So we see like so pretty much the chapter opens up with him saying, "Hey, we keeping Shoto away from all y'all. Y'all fucking nuts." Even though the daughter hasn't done nothing, and the other kid, I don't even remember his name, Natsu, whatever.
Natsu.
Yeah, Natsu. They like, look, we innocent. We already know we ain't shit. So leave us alone. So, and it's funny because the chapter has this panel where Sizzle is just in the dark, looking angry as hell.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
He said, "All I can show anyone is the world of heroes." He looks like a villain. Like, gee, like
evil is.
I will say, Hirokoshi drew this nigga so evil, bro. It's so evil. It's like, gee. So, moving on. So, pretty much, Toya is still alive at this point. He's not dead. He probably has got one of the greatest off-screen whoopers of all time. So, Endeavor pretty much like, "Hey, Shoto, I'm gonna train you because you're the perfect child," and stuff. Meanwhile, in the midst of this, Toya, aka Dobby, is going away training in secret, while Endeavor left his wife to say, "Hey, make sure his ass don't train because he keeps hurting himself," and all of that. But she lets him go anyway. So,
he's a caring father, see?
So we're pretty much starting to see that in the way. I will say this. I know Cam, what you say you was joking, but he slightly cares enough. He's gonna sit and tell the kid, "Don't train." But Ray fucks it up even more by letting him go train. So it's like, hey.
So he care about the kid. No, he still don't care about his kid.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Don't care. But
no, he don't care.
I have a different opinion, but I'll let y'all.
Yeah. So let me just go over the chapter. So this is the funniest part of the chapter though was Toya tries to talk to Natsu and like, "Hey," I'm gonna read what he says verbatim. Let's see. I mean, that was one time, right? Lil Show don't do anything wrong, but Dad's to blame too. He won't even pay attention to us. We're failed creations. Crazy, right? What modern heroes are about making all these kids they don't even need. He's really smart for 13. Then Natsu says, "Hey, don't you bug sis about this stuff once in a while?" And then Toya like, "You're telling me to buzz off too, Natsu? Even you?" This nigga's hurt. I'm talking to you because you're the only one who gets it. You all agree. You agree, right? The women in this house are not good for nothing.
Ain't shit. He right. Let's get all the way funky.
Yo,
right.
yo, the funny thing is, I don't think the sister does anything, and she's getting blamed. Like, hey, she ain't shit either. Moms ain't shit.
Did he say they worthless?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. So
they're good for nothing.
Right. Because the sister don't do shit, so she's technically worthless.
Oh my god. So the next panel goes, it shows the mom letting him go train at that mountain or whatever. And
no, she didn't let him go train.
Oh, she didn't let him go train. Oh yeah, she didn't. She was trying to stop him, and then he said, "This is why
fuck you, mom."
He said, "Fuck you. This is why your parents sold you off." I'm like, G.
Not gonna lie, G. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie, G. I kind of fuck with Toya a little bit, just a little bit, when it comes to some of the confrontations that he said in this episode. He was saying some shit I kind of agree with.
Like some of these, it's the interactions that make it funny. But I'm just like, G, he is really the school shooter white kid right now, G, when he tells his parents, "Y'all can go to hell.
You ain't shit, mom. I'm gonna go train in the forest."
Davi has pressed this whole flashback.
But also Horikoshi, the how he drew Toya and some of these, like his facial expressions, is golden. It's very freaking golden, G. So yeah, so he's training, whatever.
I'm pressed too.
And then his flames finally go red to blue. So which was super interesting. So while he was training, but then we also learned that he never really learned. Endeavor only taught him how to ignite. He never taught him how to control the flames. So which goes into why he ended up hurting is doing more harm to himself than anything, especially now that he has the blue flames. So now pretty much Endeavor's these panels really make Endeavor like just turn him to a dark shadow, big swole shadow. Makes him seem like a really evil son of a bitch.
Like, don't talk to my mommy like that.
So, he said, "Why didn't you stop him, hombre?" He mad as hell. And then he talking about this. This is I thought this was Toya at first, but it was Shoto. They said, "Don't bully mom," and then he said, "Shoto, get the hell up out of here, bro. You don't need to. This is not your time." So it's like the little brother's the one that's trying to stop the violence.
Yeah, because the other two kids is crying in the corner.
Exactly. It's just like, gee, it's like, bro. So yeah, so then it goes back to the present where the mom is saying like, "Hey, I take some of the blame too." Endeavor sits there and says, "Hey, I got some of the blame." And
our
then
family ain't shit.
Yeah, we ain't shit. We suck. We're trash parents. Our kids suck, and thank God for Shoto for turning his family around.
Except for Shoto.
Shoto's the one that saves the family. G. This sounds like a Tyler Perry movie.
Okay. Not lying. Sizzle, was it Sizzle in a House of Flames?
Yo, there we go. Sizzle in a House of Flames. That might be the episode title. Sizzle in a House.
That's wild.
But yeah, so that's the chapter. Pretty much they say Shoto saved the family, and Best Genius and Hawks is like, damn, all right, cool. I guess they fixed them. So that's it. So that's the chapter. DC, you go ahead and say what your thoughts.
I was gonna let y'all say y'all opinion.
No, you say what you gotta say first.
No, because I'm gonna be quick. Y'all gonna rant. I'm gonna be quick.
I'm gonna be quick too. I ain't got much to say.
All right, so pretty much all I gotta say is this:
let y'all cook.
It's messy. Like all I'm gonna say is Horikoshi did a good job in still making it seem like Sizzle is still at fault, but he also because I Like, even after last chapter, I accept the fact Dobby was just some type of like, yo, this nigga just don't get it. He like, even though Endeavor was trying to tell him, okay, look, I realize I can't push you too hard because your body can't handle the flames. Last chapter, he text Shoto was like, oh yeah, you fucked up. So they went back to showing like this is what led to the abusive and Sizzle. I get it. So like, I'm glad he kind of kept them in the image of like, hey, either you're gonna really hate this nigga or you're gonna really see how he's humanizing them to the point where it's like you see the extremes. It's either or. So
Yeah.
I like how he did that. Because I was really gonna be mad if they used that as a way to say it justified.
Feel sorry for him.
Yeah, like I would have been mad because like I've been vocal on the pod of saying like I like the redemption arc that he's trying to bring with Sizzle. So with this, it's like, okay, I get it. Even though like it made me kind of sit there and be like, yo, this nigga was really fucked up. And that's why I kind of like how he drew it. Like the drawings was on point. So it's like it really throws the feeling in. So I'm more like, I like how he handled it. But it's also, when more I look at it, it's like, damn, this really feels like a Tyler Perry movie right now, G, in terms of the abusive father. It just, this time they're using the kids. Because Tyler Perry rarely uses the kids as a focus in the movies. But
Depends. He did do
yeah,
that
depends. He can, but he don't do it all the time. Like, so I look at it still in the sense of like, now I really see how it's the mother's fault. Because like when I was like, because last week Kim was like,
It's
no,
fault.
the mom too. I was like, now I kind of see why. Because it's like, gee, you could have did more to stop this little nigga. You could have did more to stop him. Even though Endeavor could have done more too, because he was like, separate him. She could have did more as a mother. Dobby was just literally being that little white piece of shit. So it's just like, I see how it's like it's a 3 spectrum fault. I'm still giving Endeavor a bulk of it. It's like 50% him and then 25 the other two. But I like how Horikoshi handled it on this chapter. And I'm glad that it's over with now too. So those are my thoughts.
Yep. I'll say the same thing. I think that what Horikoshi portrayed, like, I was gonna be mad is because he kind of did do it too. Like, he didn't. It's like I didn't want him to use this as an excuse for us to have some sort of empathy for Sizzle, or like, oh, you know, like, oh, like he really like truly nah. He a grown ass man, bro, and he did this shit consciously. I ain't got no sympathy for this nigga or no empathy, whatever the one is the correct use of the term. But I think he did a good job in portraying just how nasty the family situation is. I'll say this because I'm a very emotional dude when it comes to shit like this. And this is no fault to Horikoshi. This is just what I'm saying as a casual, because I'm a casual My Hero fan. Like, I don't really be seeking this shit out. I'll say this: after this chapter, it's fuck Sizzle's family, straight up. I don't like Sizzle because to me, at this point, as a father, not as a hero, as a father, he is irredeemable. I can't. Yes, he can kind of try to patch things up with Shoto and his mom and Natsu and the other chick, but just seeing all that shit and like him kind of trying to sprinkle a little bit of feel sorry for Endeavor at the end of the chapter, like look at him lying on the hospital bed, he really kind of no. Like, I don't, to me at this point, as a father character Sizzle is irredeemable. Hero Sizzle, that's when it's like, okay, you fucked up. Everything that happened as a result of Toya doing whatever he did is your fault. 100%. You intentionally married someone. You married somebody with the intention of creating an experimental child to take over another dude, like simp shit, right? Because like Sizzle is a simp. And as a result of that, you ended up like ruining your entire family because you wanted to chase something that you could not achieve. So now that you know that and you're gonna own up to it, like what Shoto said at the end, where it's like, okay, pull yourself together because we have to stop Toya. I like that. I don't think that I don't think that Hirokoshi was going for. I don't know specifically like 100% what he was going for. But as far as how I feel about each of the characters, I fucking hate Sizzle. Like I still hate him to this day. I don't like him at all. But I do see that he has hero redeeming qualities, not the other way around. His mom, like I said before, she's an enabler. Which is why at the previous chapter when me and DC was having that conversation, I was like, yeah, you share a lot of blame too, because you enabled this shit. You got weak will when your kid told you wasn't shit. Woman up. You a mother. That's your son. Don't ask him to show some respect. His kids enablers.
She also
too.
has freezing power. She could have froze that nigga solid, man.
His kid, like his kids are enablers too. The fact that they weren't vocal as far as why can't we hang out with Shoto? Like let's come on, like this is fucked up. Like really, the only two characters I feel something for, even though we kind of meme him, is Toya and Shoto. Toya in the sense that like really he got dealt the wrong hand. He was born first. If it was anybody else, they would be in the same position as Toya. So it's like I feel I'm not saying that like he's not a villain. Like what he is currently, he needs to be stopped, right? But but I do understand how he got to that point because his family situation is fucked up, and Shoto as well. You can't really do too much about those two things. So like I said before, like my initial reaction was fuck this chapter, but like upon reflection, I see the direction that Hirokoshi went with the Sizzle family stuff, and I like it because it's not like he's trying to say that like, oh, feel sorry for Endeavor or not Endeavor. I'm sorry, feel sorry for Sizzle. Like, oh, it's so blah blah blah. It's more like this is what he did. He needs to own up to it, and he needs to take on the mantle of herohood and rise up and do something about it. So those are my thoughts.
I really like this chapter. Um, I was a little worried last week because I was like, is he really gonna? I wouldn't say not necessarily humanize because he's already humanizing Sizzle, but I was worried that he was gonna try to take the responsibility from Endeavor and place it on Dabi. And I liked how this chapter basically framed the complexity of the Todoroki household dynamic because in real life it's not always black and white. So I like how they implemented that. Like how Cam said, he has hero-like qualities. As a father, he failed, like because Dabi's a thing. You can't take that back. But as a hero, he could help stop. And I like that. That's the end goal for Endeavor's character arc. Is I'm gonna make sure Dabi, like this is our family situation. We gotta end it. So that's Endeavor's main goal is fixing what he started. I also enjoy like what me and Cam said about how the mother was at fault because she's the one that gave Todoroki a scar. And in this chapter, they talk about she's like, I saw Endeavor.
I saw you and my kids.
And what I will say this is that Endeavor did he abused them, and people were trying to say that he wasn't physically. He was because if you look at the paneling and you go back and reread, it kind of implies that he did something physical too. Because her voice line was like groggy. It wasn't like but I'll say that for another day. But like she enabled the situation. She doesn't care about those kids either, from what I read, because this is a quirk marriage, and she was very detached with each of the kids. It seems like she doesn't. I'm here, like what Toya said. You wanted money, so you're here. That's why you're complacent, and it makes sense why she stayed in the situation for money, and that's just messed up. Now, me and Chris talked about how like I don't blame Natsu, I don't blame the sister. The reason why, like when Dabi was talking to his younger brother about this whole situation, that's a lot of deep stuff for an 8-year-old to try to like, talk back to. So he was kind of tweaking, like, you're the only one I could talk to. Like, he's like, can't you just talk to the older one? Because she is technically like one year younger.
She's a year younger, so it's like
I would say I kind of disagree. Just because using real life experiences, you can't have those deep conversations with older siblings. I think that because of the fucked up mental state of the Todoroki household. He just wasn't able to comprehend because there's so much shit going on in their household. But I will say that like the reason why I'm saying that like because you never know what you have until you're gone, right? You never realize that when you look back at certain situations, if you said something or you did something different, that things could have changed. Like he said, in terms of what Toya, even though like yeah, the conversation is funny, but what Toya in that situation was looking for was someone who understood him. And the only person in that household at that moment who completely understood what he was going through was his younger brother. Because they're both males and they both were tossed aside by Endeavor or it's by Sizzle because they ain't shit. So in that moment, like yeah, I guess the way he worded it was weird, but it was like one of those like, like you understand, don't you? Like, come on, like this shit is messed up. Like, why? Like something like a cry for help, basically, right? That's what Toya was doing. We meme it, but that's kind of how I took that interaction and why it's like I'm not necessarily saying that he's 100% at fault, but I'm saying that there is still some blame with his siblings as a result of things to do with Shoto and like Sizzle placing all the responsibility on Shoto as a result of his kids, and then Toya in the sense that like removing Shoto, he still had brother and sister, and even they were like, "Fuck off!" Like you saying some shit I don't care about. Like talk to my sister about that shit. It's kind of like, and we know how fucked up mentally Toya is, so it's like that shit. Like yeah, he's saying some deep shit, but it's like a cry for help. He got rejected, and now mama don't care about me, daddy don't care about me, and even my siblings don't want to talk to me.
And that's what I'm like. I understand that point. What I'm trying to say is like what Chris said. He's a psychotic, spoiled brat. Because I'm not saying it's all his fault because he got pushed to that point by Sizzle. So it's all his. In my opinion, it's like 90% Sizzle, 10% the mom. I don't blame any of the kids because it's like I don't know. It's just weird because he specifically showed the ages, and so that made me think. Because before this, I thought how Natsu was talking about it made it seem like they were close in age, and
Yeah,
that
they
he
were
was
closer
physically
in
there.
age. Yeah,
But he
'cause-
specifically pointed out like Natsu's way younger. It's 5 year difference,
But
and
he also pointed out the fact that him and Toya were still close despite that.
yeah, they were
yeah,
close. They've had that conversation multiple times. I don't think like they highlighted multiple points that whatever you say to him, he's gonna go back up that mountain. But I think everybody was kind of like, we're trying, but we can't get to you. And I think that's the point with Dobby is that even though all this messed up stuff happened, he's unhinged. Because that's a common thing with everybody in the League of Villains. And that's the other thing that I like about it is that it kind of makes Dobby more of a villain. I'm not gonna stand him as much because he was kind of like ugh to me, but I like what it did for Dobby. It made Todoroki look amazing. This whole flashback, just
Despite that, he is who he is today.
like
Which
as a
makes him very
5 year old kid defending his mom, like Todoroki's a hero through and through. So I mess with it, and it's just Dobby seems like a not a lost cause because you could have helped him with mental, getting mental help for him. But I just don't blame Natsu for it. So when he was talking about, oh, it's my fault, I don't blame you, bro. I wouldn't have blamed you. So that's why, like when I was reading, I'm like, you're not really at fault. The older sister, I mean, there's not really much you could have did. I just blame the parents in the situation. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying he couldn't have helped because the opportunity was there. But I think Horikoshi did a good job of not shying away from villainizing and explaining what happened. Like what Chris said, paneling wise, this was pretty good. Even though it was funny, how like that scene where he was screaming, trying to push the crowd, that was kind of funny. But like it was a really good flashback. I think this is probably one of my favorite flashbacks in the story so far. I really enjoyed this chapter.
yeah.
You get a real good feel of the character.
Yeah, it was a really good chapter overall, though. But yeah, the illustrations on point. G, that's all to say. The illustrations is definitely on point.
Hey, niggas already memeing that picture of him pulling his hair, like talking. They're already
Yeah.
using that for meme purposes. So,
I ain't surprised.
yeah.
So
overall,
so
the theme of this chapter is fuck Sizzle's family except Shoto.
pretty much.
I don't like none of them.
So let's go ahead and go into Boruto. I skimmed through the chapter. Honestly.
You only need to know one thing from that chapter.
Them niggas got nerfed. That's literally all I got from the
Niggas
chapter.
got
The
nerfed.
niggas got nerfed.
Fucking hell. So for all my, I'm gonna lead this discussion. For all my down because I don't understand. Um, I don't know if this is Kishimoto because we did see that Kishimoto stepped in. I don't know if this is this chapter was a hot pack of ass. Like at first, like because I was like, man, I really fucking hate the My Hero chapter, but then I was like, okay, I kind of like it. I still fucking hate Sizzle and his family because fuck them. But then I was like, damn, bro, like what? There was something else that pissed me off, and then DC mentioned Boruto, I was like, oh yeah. So basically, I guess the way they retcon Naruto's death is that um Kuruma was like, yeah, that new form that you used, in exchange for using it, I said it was gonna take away a life. I didn't say it was gonna be your life, it was gonna be my life. So Kuruma, which I don't know how they explain. It's kind of like the fucking. This reminds me of Dragon Ball Super when they had to retcon the Patara fusion shit, where it was like, oh, I thought that stuff was supposed to stay permanent. Oh, but if you're a god, you can cancel any time, and it's 30 minutes now. Like, okay, whatever. It's like one of those situations in Boruto where it's like, now all of a sudden the fucking Jinjuri, the freaking Hell Beast can die, and the host won't die. Whatever. So Kuruma's dead. Naruto's been severely nerfed, and Sasuke can't use his Rinnegan anymore. Because Boruto stabbed it. So also, what else is it?
A new
There's this other nigga that
Yosuke
because I
nigga.
haven't read a lot of the Boruto shit. There's this other nigga who like who failed to be like a host or some shit, a vassal for the
The
Otsutsuki tribe.
Osukis. Yeah.
And the dude came back. He was like, "Yeah, bro, just like I don't know, kill Boruto or like get Boruto to get eaten up by the tail beast. Then you eat the chakra of life and you become a god or some shit like that. And then you'll go around consuming multiple universes and then you'll be okay. I'm gonna say it like this: Dragon Ball Super, when it comes to expanding the universe, that's some dope shit. I know it's a meme that it's like, oh, you remember, original Naruto, where like it used to just be about ninjas and shit. Now it's about space warrior shit. I'm gonna tell it like this: I don't fuck the Otsutsuki clan, bro. I'm so mad that they brought them niggas into this shit. I don't know if I'm the only one, bro. I'm sick of this shit, G. Like, it was kind of cool in the last, but like, this shit is just too much for me at this point, bro. Like, okay, the like the Kaguya shit, like that was like a who cares, like fourth Ninja Grid, like let's end this shit. You didn't know how to kill off Madara, cool. But now it's like fucking Boruto has karma. You kill Boruto, you kill Kawaki doesn't have karma anymore for some reason. I don't know. You kill Boruto, you have Boruto get eaten up by the tree. You eat the chakra of life. Then I'll become your host, and then we'll eat and consume galaxies, and you'll become a god. Like the fuck? I didn't ask for this in Naruto, G. Like, why is this shit a thing? And then you nerf Naruto and you nerf Sasuke. So it's like another Madara situation where you wrote them. Where it's like I'm looking at the beginning of Boruto and like, how the fuck do we get to this point? Because Naruto and Sasuke are so powerful, and now it's like, oh, Sasuke can't reuse his Rinnegan anymore. Naruto doesn't have Kurama anymore. So bye bye Infinite Chakra. So my fears kind of came true. Like I'm at this point where I just don't care. It's just too much. Maybe it's because I'm dumb. I just don't like. I can't even understand shonen nowadays, or not. Maybe I'm just the only one on the pod who has that sentiment. But this shit it's too much. And the Naruto Sasuke shit pissed me off, bro. So that's it. This chapter was ass.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I remember when like my main issue with Naruto, like my main critique is the Otsutsuki stuff. I feel like that is the downfall. I would not downfall. That is a blemish, a big ass blemish, like on your face type fault with the series, because it's basically, I feel like Kishimoto and the people they're trying to, not. It's weird. It's like DBZ is the gold standard, and you're trying to, you know how people compare the two. I feel like this is a ploy to immortalize Naruto in that same vein, but instead of
Yeah.
I don't know, cause like Gohan was supposed to be, the main thing, and then audience was like, "F that, we want Goku back," and then now they're trying to do the same thing. It's literally the same thing. There's a little bit difference here, but like they're going in the same route story wise, and it's kind of ass because we don't care because it's about ninjas. We don't care about space consumption, all this other stuff because it's not about chakra anymore. It's not about ninja tools. It's like this whole new, I don't know what it is. Naruto, I understand that Kurama didn't say, "Oh, you're the one that's gonna die," and it's supposed to be a twist, but it's kind of ass because Kurama's supposed to be like this cesspool of chakra, like infinite chakra. So how they explained it was like nuclear fission, and the weaker one cancels out from what I know or what he specifically brought up nuclear fission, and the weaker energy cancels out. So how does Naruto not die? How does Naruto? How does Kurama die and Naruto stay alive in this situation? Because Kurama has the bigger chakra. So that's another thing. It's like you shouldn't have even made that explanation. Another thing is this even a nerf, low key? Because like the Sage of Six Paths, when he came to him, he's like, "You're a reincarnation of Ashura." So he has Sage.
No, remember he took it back. I think
But
he
even
took
then,
back,
he has like.
yeah, but I don't know because I feel as though like that's the way that like because obviously something happens to Kawaki or whoever does something to Naruto, right? And I feel like now this is the excuse that they have, right? Where it's like he's not strong because he doesn't have Kurama. So I feel like this is especially because like again they like not only like okay the Naruto stuff maybe you could make a case for it, but with Sasuke specifically, he cannot use the Renin Sharingan anymore.
Basically, Kashi.
Wild.
Yeah.
And the reason why he can't use the Renin Sharingan, peep this, is because it was a sneak attack from a Momoshiki possessed Boruto where his eye got stabbed by a kunai.
And do you remember in the was it in the Boruto movie where it showed him fighting Momoshiki and the axe was like right in front of him, he just teleports? Like so it's like technique wise in the story, these guys are supposed to be like super fast thinking on a drop of a dime, lightning quick react. That whole thing was stupid. I still don't think they should be that helpless because all of those Otsutsuki are gone. Like they shouldn't be like dog shit without their stuff because they still have they're still Kage level. So I don't see, even if they die, Cam, that's BS to me. They should have just kept Naruto sealed up earlier in the arc where he was sealed in that thing in that random dimension. You should have just kept him there.
Yep.
And Sasuke, you could have just had him get jumped by Otsutsuki and he dies. It's just stupid to me. You're making Boruto and Kawaki the next up.
You're pulling a Star Wars basically, where like all the Star Wars new trilogy movies killed off the old cast in order to make the new one strong. You're doing the same thing with Boruto, where where instead of building up the characters side by side as a generational passing on the torch, you're intentionally making the older generation weak to freaking exponentially grow the current generation, which is not how you do this.
Thanks. And you know what? Boruto's goal is not even to be Hokage, so why don't you just shove him into if you're going to do this planet stuff, shove him to another planet instead of killing off Kurama or Naruto. Just have him be somewhere where they're not, and they can't get to him. And you can have a whole storyline about Boruto having his own journey where he's not with his dad and his dad can't get to him because it's I don't know. There's other ways you could have did it. And Kurama, if you're gonna have Kurama die, you gotta have it be more impactful than just it was
just
out
a
of
little
character.
Conversation. G, like, all right, bye Naruto.
Remember,
God bless.
we had a whole arc about Naruto befriending Kurama, and Kurama was like, "So what do you have left to say?" He's like, "Well, you killed my mom and my dad." He already forgave him for that. So why are you bringing it up?
You would think that there would be like a tears and like thank you for being on this journey with me and giving me power to stop a war and save my friend and all this other shit. He was just like, you killed my mom and dad, peace. And then Kurama was like, see ya.
God bless.
Y'all had a
See you
whole
on the other side, nigga.
That's bogus, bro. Like the whole Kurama, like it's just it sucks because they're buddies now. They're best friends. Remember earlier where like Kurama came out, was like, "Don't you dare do anything to Naruto Kawaki. You better stay right here." Like, where's the brotherly bond between these two? Have a flashback. Remember when we linked for the first time? I don't know. Just like there should have been more dialogue between the two leading up to their death because we didn't get much of Kurama throughout Boruto. It's just this is how you put him out. I don't know. And if you bring him back, that's even more trash. Because I don't think he's completely gone. Because
Yeah.
I
They gonna find a way to
remember
bring him back.
they
gonna
can
bring him
because they split him up in two, and then remember that little nexus spot where all the Biju, where
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like, that's in Naruto. He's linked to that, so he's not just linked to. I don't know. I don't think he's completely gone, but either way, you're trying to bait me. Just don't go there in the first place. Just I don't know. It's garbage, straight garbage. So that's it for me.
Yeah, I don't really have nothing else to add. Y'all hate everything. I feel like some bullshit. Them niggas got nerfed, and I don't know what they're gonna go next. So
Solid.
yeah.
Solid.
So
She going.
So Dragon Ball Super chapter. Who wants to lead that?
Oh. Who all read the chapter? It was just me, DT, Dejero?
I read it too, but I didn't really care for much.
Oh. Hold on.
Like I've recently read it, so
oh
still
yeah,
refreshed.
okay.
That's
I
some
had
good
to
stuff.
remember.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some good stuff in there.
Oh, I'm not gonna say like everything that I'll hit on the major things. First thing, the Vegeta and Beerus conversation. Really like that.
That was a
'cause
good
I remember.
combo.
I remember that because it was like a little comedy thing where like I remember we said like, um, you haven't told Vegeta that you destroyed that you told Frieza to destroy planet Vegeta, and then Beerus got kind of shook. He was like, I'm not gonna tell him that. And then now in this chapter, he's like he's seriously training Vegeta, and he was like, you can't get more powerful because you keep holding on to the past, and like you blame. He was like, yeah, planet Vegeta deserved to die. Like we're not saints, you know, like our planet being destroyed. It wasn't like a oh shit type of like we didn't deserve. It's like a yeah, we kind of messed up on a lot of things even before Frieza took us over. And then Beerus was like, yeah, who gives a shit about that? I destroy countless worlds too. I don't give a fuck. Stop focusing on the past, and the reason why you can't go further is because you keep getting stumbled by that shit. So he's like, yeah, I told Frieza to destroy your planet. What you gonna do about it, bitch? So that was a really cool interaction. Really great character development for Vegeta, because like his whole thing is Saiyan pride and blah 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 blah, and then Beerus is basically like, you can't get powerful if you keep holding on to that shit. So let it go. So that was pretty dope. Then we got some good interactions as far as establishing some lore with Granola, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Granola, the Ceruleans, and
Yeah.
the Mechians, and then there's some other people on the planet that I don't.
Fodder race.
Sugarins.
Yeah,
Sugurians or something.
Them egg niggas or whatever. But really, we got some good lore as far as explaining Namekians and the Dragon Ball, in the sense that Namekians are like a nomad race, so to speak. Like they kind of came into Universe 7 and they kind of like just went all over the place. And then each of those tribes had their own set of like Dragon Balls and rules associated. They said that gathering the Dragon Balls originally was like some kind of rite of passage for young warriors, and that like the Dragon Balls were never meant to make selfish wishes and shit like that. Obviously, they kind of went into that in GT. But it was, they said that like, because they went to the new Namek, and they were talking about, oh yeah, there used to be some other Namekians that were on this planet, but I don't know if they've been wiped out. We see that Granola has been taking care of this Namekian elder who created, or I guess at least got passed down the torches, owning the Dragon Balls, and that there's only 2 Dragon Balls in the Cerulean world. And Granola, he is Bardock. He wants to fucking kill Frieza because he destroyed his planet. I guess he don't like Saiyans, but he has flashback of Saiyans, but he hasn't shown like a fuck Saiyans thing yet. I'm pretty sure he will in the future, but for now it's like fuck Frieza. So he finds out that he has one set of Dragon Balls. There's another one that some other dude found, and he steals it. And the chapter ends with him making a wish to that dragon, that Shinron, basically saying like, make me the strongest warrior, make me like the strongest warrior in the universe. So I'm curious of how that's gonna go. Like, it's not gonna be a Zamasu situation where like he becomes Goku next chapter or some shit like that. But I'm curious as to what kind of power up he's gonna get. And for all you people who don't like Frieza, you might as well stop watching it or stop reading this arc because he plays a major role. He plays a major role in this arc because Granola is on the fuck Frieza train. So I'm curious as to how that wish is gonna go. I do like the Namekian and Dragon Ball thing explained because like so far we've seen 7 sets of Dragon Balls, but it's pretty cool to see that there was a smart race of Namekians who was like, why go through all the extra shit? We could just have 2.
Yeah.
Simple. Simple.
Like, and then Granola's character he's starting to kind of grow on me, just because I like Bardock originally, so like I kind of already like him for that avenge me type of shit character in Dragon Ball. So I'm curious to see how it progresses, but the Vegeta Beerus stuff was definitely really good as far as establishing his future power up and his future character development. And once again, y'all niggas getting some Vegeta, so don't say that he ain't getting nothing, bro. He is number 2, but they doing a good job of establishing him as number 2. But this is a great chapter overall.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really curious on like I don't know for y'all, but like this Granola wishing to be powerful is like a reoccurring thing that people low key ask, like, why don't they just wish or like they always wish people back, but they don't wish make me more powerful or just kill somebody. Like this is one of the wishes that a lot of people in the community have been asking for years, so it's cool to see it in the manga. I know he's a range fighter, like he's really good with like shooting,
he's like a
and
sniper.
It'd be raw if like he gets really powerful and he's just like a key blast type, like range dude. Like he's hitting Goku from like planets away or like universes away.
If
Like,
he
that would be
shoot
dope.
Frieza while
cool.
he in
Like,
mid,
he fucking snipes
mid-space,
Frieza.
I will cry laughing, G.
That'd be wild. But I'm excited because his fighting style is different. So there's potential there. I'm not going to be like too hype over what, because it could just get back to fisticuffs and they just boxing and shit. But I really like the dialogue. I'm enjoying, if it's Akira or whoever. What's the dude that's writing this? Toyotama. He's really good. He's doing
a good job.
Really good. But yeah, same thing as Cam. I enjoyed the Namek stuff too.
So my thoughts on the chapter is, where my goat at?
Him and Whis was talking about Vegeta and Beerus.
Whis did pop, him and Goku did pop up for like 2
Yeah, they was talking. They was like,
2 panels.
Like, oh snap, what's happening with Vegeta?
Like Beerus ass tweaking over there, huh?
He was in the chapter.
Okay. No, but seriously, shout out to the world building. That was the biggest gripe with Dragon Ball Z, whatever you want to call the other series. Lack of world building, either you on Earth or New Namek. This time they're from
GT did it first.
Universe 6. You know they did plan to hop in that first season. But Universe 6 and on, Universe 6 tournament and on, they really did their thing on the world building. And as much as we love the Goku Black arc, like that was the only arc they didn't build shit on. They used their existing properties to build an arc, but it still Goku Black over everybody. Now after that, how they created a legit universe and multiple universe to make you give a fuck about, like me giving a fuck about them other universes is a big thing because I really don't give a shit about anything in anime. So it's amazing. I'm ecstatic to see what comes from it. I'm ecstatic to see what comes from Vegeta. I honestly, if he learned God of Destruction Key, if he know how to make that power fission shit he got from Yajirat works, all that type of stuff. Shout out to it. Whatever he does, shout out to that nigga. My goat is my goat. I ain't really got to talk about him. There's only one more thing. this show got to do, this manga got to do, and it's fucking goated. I'm telling you, one more thing this manga has to do, and it's fucking goated. Find out to put a Gohan storyline in this bitch, and it's goated. It's fucking goated.
Give this man
not
Super Saiyan
trolling.
Ultimate Gohan Blue or some shit, bro.
No, I'm not even talking about just power up. Just him acknowledging the fact, yo, I'm ass. I'm tired of being ass. Remember, because they can do it. Remember at
They
the
can build up
end,
from the tournament, yeah.
not even at the tournament. At the end of the Goku Black arc, and before Trunks was like, man, this nigga a bitch. And then at the end of the arc, he was like, Gohan, I'm back training, folks. Yeah. I'm gonna do my thing. Just to add some point, even if you could do Gohan versus fucking Goku and Goku bitching him around, saying, bro, you ain't shit, folks. And Gohan, you know what, man, fuck you, dad. And start fighting on some competitive shit, not know how the internet say Gohan don't love his father and shit like that. But on some competitive shit, like, yo, let's tussle.
Then Gohan gets a severe power up from anger or some shit like that, like he was supposed
Man,
to.
something, you don't need to give him blue. You don't need to give him God Key. You
build off on Ultimate. Just build on Ultimate.
Just build off on Ultimate. You can go Ultimate God. Like the shit. Nigga, hey, Super Saiyan Blanco. We still ain't get that, Byron.
Hey, Super Saiyan Blanco, yeah.
But that's the only thing is missing. Will we get it? I don't know. They are content with Gohan being a great father, and then no wrong with being a good father. Sizzle can't do it. That's how Gohan do it. But I am enjoying Dragon Ball Super. I was saying, and I always say it again, Super is leagues better than Z. Let nostalgia stop. Stop letting nostalgia ruin y'all brains. That's how y'all end up with Nintendo Direct. Stop letting nostalgia ruin y'all brains. Okay? But yeah.
You know what's funny is that I thought, like when you said about being a better father than Sizzle, it's really low key objective facts that Father Tracksuit Gohan would fucking slap Sizzle in his strongest form.
As he should. Shit, duh. I will hope so. Shit. But there's nothing else to really add about Dragon Ball Super. This chapter was really straightforward, world building type chapter. So let's go ahead and move on to news. News is going to be sponsored by Demon Slayer. This week, Demon Slayer has took over the news, anime news world. So first things first, they announced that the anime is back. They call it season 2, but this is season 3. It is season 3. The movie was season 2.
Demon Train.
That's my thing, bro. Like
Demon Train was season 2.
Yeah, but we don't. What the fuck am I supposed to see that shit?
I like that shit.
Look, I think they went to the assumption saying
they fucked up like anime streaming services and the means of illegal shit. Can't get mad at that because it was illegal. But whether it's not on Funimation, it's not on Crunchyroll. They
not getting COVID
movies. It's not on HBO Max. It's not on Disney Plus. Motherfucker, I hope it ain't on Peacock. Like, where the fuck to watch this fucking movie, bro? I'm not about to buy a fucking Blu-ray.
I'm not.
And
I'm gonna be mad, and I'm gonna go rate each episode of season 3 ass because I don't understand anything. Because I didn't watch season 2.
You gotta go to DC like, so who bro is?
Right.
But
don't all my Demon Slayer fans, like the Sabo picture, I'm not reading shit. I'm not finna read that shit, bro.
And I'm sorry, Demon Slayer's drawings are nasty.
Not read that shit.
Them illustrations is nasty.
I know. I'm not finna read that shit, period. Even if it was good. So don't tell me, oh, you can read the manga, bro. Read the manga. Nope. They announced the movie. I want to watch the movie.
They crazy, boy.
So they better figure something out in regards to the movie for
it's sad because
the season drops.
Movie, that's like really good shit. So I don't know why they would do that. And it's really important moving forward. I don't know. They missing out. They
need to figure something out because like the movie is pretty much canon as hell. So like for the viewers, anime only watchers is like, hey, help people out here because you can't just sit there and you're gonna do episode 1 gonna be a recap of what happened on the movie. And
ass.
That'd be bogus. So Yeah, but anyway, season 3 is confirmed. They say season 2, but that's season 3. You ain't fooling me. And also, people in Japan is concerned that their kids shouldn't be seeing this season because it has a lot of.
It's like red light district.
It's the red light district. All I'm
Ain't nobody
saying,
popping pussy in Demon Slayer.
Hey,
Let's get that on free
this
man.
isn't that isn't even a
Ain't nobody popping
spoiler.
no pussy, man.
It ain't that. It ain't that.
it's
Ain't
not
that.
even
come
nothing.
on.
It's not even nothing. Like, gee, I think I read half of that arc. There's nothing to be concerned
You
about.
don't even see a titty, man.
Bro, but you let your kids watch fucking what's that fucking show? High School DxD. You let your kids watch like all these other raunchy.
Come on, man.
Up,
Like
bro.
redo
One
Hiller.
Piece,
Redo Hiller's still a thing, G.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Redo Hiller is still a thing. Moving on. Demon Slayer game. So yeah, the gameplay for the Demon Slayer game has officially came out. If
Demon Storm.
it's
Demon
literally
Storm
Demon
Slayer.
Demon Slayer Storm
Ultimate Demon Slayer.
One
No.
Generations. G,
I
you ain't
don't,
fooling.
like, can y'all answer this question? Because we're going to shit on it that it's a fact it's an arena fighter. Of course we are, because that's what we
Yeah,
do.
it is what it is.
Is there any other, like, can they do anything else other than arena fighter and regular fighter?
Yes.
What is it?
They could have made a Demon Slayer a fucking
Action game.
action adventures Zelda type game.
Okay. Because I also got the, like, why do...
Or even Sekiro type.
ain't got the cash for that shit. Cause
I know, but it's
that shit.
I know.
They don't got the, bro. They don't got the fuck. You wanna know how they don't got the fucking cash for that shit? Cause we didn't even see half of the fucking upper or lower 12 in the fucking show, and that shit going off the show. So we're going off the niggas that we did see, and then if we go off the niggas that we did see, we don't even know what the fuck them 12 niggas do.
Right.
Unless you watch the movie.
It's gonna be like Shanks in One Piece games. Speculation shit.
Random shit.
Also, why do anime, like, it's funny as we say this because nobody played that shit, but Black Clover really was on with something, bro. They was doing an Overwatch style type game, and just nobody played this shit.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but in the same token, that same year Naruto Strikers came out. And that's the same fucking game.
Look, bro, they already ruined that series for me, bro. I'm okay. They already ruined Naruto. I'm in on one of them Naruto fans. Like, I kept calling the Boruto shit because I was like, why do I need to enforce? Like, why do I have to jump in and start stumping again? But like at this point, bro, that series gonna be on like this shit is ass, like straight ass. It's gonna be soon when niggas look at Naruto and not remember the greatness that is part 1, not remember the cool shit that is part 2, but look at the whole series as a conglomerate and be like, yo, this shit is a pack of ass. He's gonna be so fucking sad, bro. It's so fucking
disagree with him, G. Crazy.
But like I was saying, bro, like they don't have the roster. Like anybody remember Ultimate Ninja 1?
Ultimate Ninja 1 on PS2.
Anybody remember that fucking roster? That shit
ass.
was
I don't know.
ass.
You talking about what's the GameCube game? Naruto
Revolution. Was it Revolution?
Oh, we was talking about bro. That shit went up to the Zabuza arc, bro.
Yeah. I remember I was mad and said I'm mad I made my dad drop $50 for that game, bro. I felt so bad, G.
Naruto had like games that no one played, but at least they tried. You know what I'm saying? They had Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles. Story ain't make a lick of fucking sense, but they tried. Story ain't make sense. It was about puppet masters and shit. I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on. But no, Demon Slayer could have did something with it. I don't fucking know at this point, bro. Like anime games fucking suck. Like
mainstream anime games suck.
There you go. They fucking suck, bro. It's really fucking bad.
It's sad.
Like visually, yes, it's like
visually looks good.
Visually looks fucking amazing. I'm pretty sure it's gonna even look amazing when it's pop, but it's still ass. Fucking Jump Force, saves aside, story mode aside, and too much fucking motion blur aside. Some of that shit looking fucking cold. Still ass. Still ass. ass. Like, when do I don't even know who developed this game? It got to be banned down.
CC
is
Chronicle,
bad.
the same people who did the Storm games. That's why it's the way
It's
it is.
exactly.
Because
It's literally.
they did that's why we call it.
I can't blame them because them big Bandai can't even go here. You go to check, do the exact same shit. Here's the problem. All right, bro. I got you, fam.
Like we still got. They literally sit there and be like, people still play Ultimate Ninja Storm, by the way, 4. So keep it moving.
Get ready for the ultimate sales and how Demon Slayer has the best selling video game.
Oh my fucking god!
Get ready for that shit. It's time, okay?
And, oh man, think that's a perfect transition. Speaking of time, so Demon Slayer's writer Go2Gay has made Time's next 100 people list. The first mangaka to ever touch that list.
I'm just playing.
Yo, Demon Slayer is so fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's different.
I'm honestly shocked that Oda never made that list for being consistently on top for like a good 10+ years or some shit like that.
That's Demon Slayer, bro. Demon Slayer caught that fucking bad.
But then y'all say like the sales kind of saved the Japanese economy during the pandemic. So that's probably a feat.
So.
That's a
Yeah,
feat.
I guess so.
Like you gotta factor in like
banned fucking damn it, bro. Like what the fuck, G? The reason I'm thinking about that because you think about legendary ass shows. You think about Hello fucking Kitty, bro. Motherfucker make money, bro. You think
Hello Kitty get bags. Sailor Moon.
This bitch here, bro. Guess what, folks? What makes that shit crazier, bro? Demon Slayer ain't last a decade.
Didn't.
That's like
did his thing and moved on, said bye.
It didn't.
Yo, she struck gold. She knew what to fucking. That's why I never seen a mangaka that shut ass. But I would never slam. And shout out to the, you like my comment, but shout out to the niggas saying, oh, Dragon Ball got the same plot as fucking Demon Slayer. Y'all don't say shit about it. Nigga, suck my dick. But that fucking that I could never talk bad about her, bro.
Yeah, she did her thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Shorty. But I'm gonna say this, bro. Like low key, you like just like we Team B, Mapake. I fucking hate you, Demon Slayer fans. Like I guess I'll die on that hill, bro. Like
you guys are the J. Cole. Demon Slayer fans are the J. Cole fans of anime.
Wow, oh my, facts. That's facts, bro. That is pure unadulterated.
So what the fuck is Attack on Titan fans then? Because them niggas horrible too. Attack on Titan fans are ass, bro.
They're like, since they're newer, we're going. No, wait, no.
Eminem
Demon Slayer came first.
Them niggas
They're Eminem
compared to Attack on Titan to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
They're Eminem fans, G.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
I got
fans.
it. Hey, I'll take
Because
it.
they keep calling it the GOAT. You can't.
Bro, and that goes to all the casuals too, bro. I don't think niggas actually watch Full Metal. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not. I'm shutting up.
Just
My bad,
like,
Kim.
I fucking hate y'all. I like Shorty. Shout out to you. That's an amazing accomplishment for her. But for you fans, stop blowing this shit out of proportion, bro. This is her accomplishment. Let her revel in this shit, bro. Cause y'all going like, oh my god, GOAT status, GOAT status. Okay, Hitler was in Time magazine. He GOAT status.
Yeah, they quiet on that.
All right, so shut the fuck up.
Hey, remember when they was on Demon Slayer for the World War II thingy?
Oh,
where y'all at?
No, that was My Hero. That was My Hero.
That was My Hero. That was My
They
Hero.
fans is just as toxic.
No, it was Demon Slayer because Tanjiro had the tags that the
his earrings.
yeah.
Yeah, they had to change the earrings. Yeah.
It don't matter because episode 19, Demon Slayer game, she made the top 100 list. That's what I'm saying. You Demon Slayer fans, look at them number those. You remember those cubes you got that had like the numbers on each side? Y'all think those are Rubik's cubes, G? Like that's how fucking dumb y'all are, G. Like I'm sorry, I'm gonna die on that hill. I really do not like y'all niggas. Y'all are like Zoro fans to a series. So
They
fuck
secret
y'all.
Zoro fans, bro. They swords.
Fuck y'all, and shout out to Shorty. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
so,
to her. That's
much
an
love, much
accomplishment.
respect. Anything anime? Oh yeah, the Hunter x Hunter game's coming out. It's
Oh wait,
supposed to be a
before that, some little light news. Because I forgot to mention this during Horimiya. The final chapter is coming out in March.
Yeah. So if you
Damn,
are
I should
actively
read the
reading the
manga.
manga, it's ending soon. So, which is, hey, collector
She'll get
wise,
pregnant.
it's hot. Like it's
She'll
also
get
probably good
pregnant.
for the future of the anime too. So,
They either go
but
get married or she gonna be pregnant about it in the anime. That's what I'm called.
who knows? But yeah, Hunter x Hunter's getting a game. It's a dungeon game. Take it for what it is. There's a game, but there's no.
Wait, no.
chapters.
DC, give the context clues before we get into the actual game with the
Alright,
King
so-
of Lightning video.
King of Lightning and other Hunter x Hunter fans, they saw that tweet of Gon's voice actress saying, "Oh, I'm so happy to be working with Killua's voice actress. It's been such a long time. We got something special for everybody, yada yada yada." Everybody's like, "Oh, anime coming back? OVA? Hell no, we got a game." And King of Lightning made
So they trail you know them escape room games.
And you had better deliver.
They need that gas. They did.
Wait,
You remember
wait.
that? It's an escape room game. Like you remember the one we went to when we went to that trip that one time with the young adults thing. That's what they getting, an escape room game with Hunter x Hunter.
So not only, get this, not only do your mangaka don't care about you, not only is your manga not finished, not only is your episode 19 boring, not only you ain't. The only time people can talk about your show is in retrospect. Only.
that hurt.
Shit boring and mid.
y'all
Not
vote.
only every new chapter come out, there's a fucking paragraph. Last
vote, G.
but not least, hold on. Last but not least, the game that y'all get is a fucking escape room.
LG. Hey, stop trying to get me to watch the show and read this show. I'm not doing it, G.
It ain't happening.
I'm not doing it, G.
I need.
That's y'all go, G. I don't want no parts of it.
No, DC, listen. I know. This your show. I respect it, bro. I respect you as a person. You my cousin, my blood. I love you. It ain't happening, bro.
I'm done, G.
It can't, bro. It can't. The lack of care the show has, bro. Lack of care. It don't care, bro. Like the niggas behind us be like, yo, they hankering for some more. They want some Hunter x Hunter in their life. Escape room.
that most of y'all will never be able to play.
Hey, Chris. You remember the Chimera Ant arc where Poof was crying because the king wasn't giving him no attention? That's us.
Yeah.
We crying right now.
Hey.
And cap, bro. I don't know what can make me more happier than this. I don't. Because the reason is, it's not because I'm wallowing in niggas' tears. That's second to this. But somebody actually said that when somebody put up a Bible and said, what anime is this? Somebody had the nerve to say Hunter x Hunter is compared to the word of God.
Yeah,
I'm never letting that shit me down.
The word of God, Genesis to Revelations. That
There's
finished.
It's done.
I can't imagine. Imagine me, a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood fan, and that shit ends when fucking greed gets a hold of the king or some shit like that. Imagine I just gotta sit here and be like this. There it goes. Something else coming up. Hunter x Hunter Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood can be finished. You know, we get an escape room game, man. I'll run from fucking sloth or some shit. I can't. Next, I swear to God, you're gonna get you a VR experience of a tournament arc. These are like a fucking ride in Japan. Like, if anything would have made me be shitty as a Hunter x Hunter fan, is watching Bleach get they fucking manga did in anime, bro. I would have been fucking.
Y'all should getting a sequel after something years, G. Like, yo.
After so much years of trolling Bleach fans and saying, oh, bro, that anime got canceled. They get their shit remade. Everybody shits on Bleach. But the thing that one person, I wish I knew his name. I want to add him.
Kubo?
Compare this to the word of God.
Oh, that person. Never mind.
To the word of God.
I finished that.
With that nigga his shows. Because he stopped at Yu Yu Hakusho doing the tournament arc. And then he stops at Hunter x Hunter doing this stuff. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like,
Man, that's y'all goat, G. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Alright.
I'm gonna finish that shit.
Hey, Chris, shut it down.
Hey, we're moving on, G. Because literally, look, G we're moving on.
No, you slander, bro.
Moving on. Alright, G. Man. So, last piece of anime news. And it's gonna be some lighthearted good news, at least. So, shout out to, at least My Hero's getting some good news this week. Noguchi, who's the My Hero assistant editor, drawer, illustrator, whatever the hell he is, he's been drawing Merkel as Meg Thee Stallion. Shout out to the horniness, my brother.
Goat ass pictures.
But those are some really goat level pictures, G. So respect to you, my brother. Keep doing your thing. And I'm pretty sure
this
Meg
also confirms for all you racist ass niggas that Black Girl Magic, she's black. So
oh yeah, they was trying to say that.
So get off the bullshit when it comes to a character. She's black.
She's black. Confirmed. So
you know, Japanese people don't make that shit any better. Cause we like, oh shit, they got a black woman, and then she takes, like she wears a fucking bikini, and she got like tan lines, she white as shit. I hate that.
Oh, that's Garu.
Yeah, that's Garu.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
I hate that shit. But yo, shout out to that. Shout out to he also asked, I don't know if y'all seen, he also asked other people to show him micro art, and they sent it, or they flooded that shit. It is some real artistic niggas out here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Also, Horikoshi knew what he was doing when he made that fucking bunny chick.
The furry community and the black girl community, G.
Shout out to them though, folks. Like, shout out to them. That's one thing the fans is not as toxic for, is that one character.
Yeah, definitely agree. All right, so last thing, because DC, I know you gotta go. So we're gonna look at the Mortal Kombat trailer because I know you ain't see it. So the Mortal Kombat movie comes out in April. Can't wait for this shit to drop. Because it actually looks like a legit good movie. So shout out to whoever's in charge, Warner Brothers in charge for this shit. So we're gonna let me see. I gotta screen share first. So
it's a really good trailer though.
Really good.
It gives me hope, but then like with the history of video game movies, I lose some of that hope.
Can y'all see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let me go ahead and play. Let me make sure it's set up where our viewers can see it. All right. Cool. Play.
So they also introduced I'm gonna try to
First
talk
learned
over
about this 7 years
trying to
ago.
get hit with that copyright strike.
To capture a wanted
But they showcased a new character.
Oh yeah, that
when we got there,
Cole nigga.
it tore through our unit in
Well, I
seconds.
think it's replacing Johnny Cage. I'm gonna pause it right here real quick. It's Black History Month, G. It is Black History Month. You did not have to show Jax get his arms ripped off on Black History Month.
Jax Harvey, man. Yes,
come on,
The
bro.
target has superhuman abilities.
Warner Brothers
Had
loves
the
to hit
same
niggas
marking
with
you do,
copyright
Cole.
strikes, so,
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
How do you feel about this
History,
new character?
Different cultures all over the world.
I guess he's replacing Johnny
Reference
Cage,
a
but it's
great
kind of lame
tournament.
to me. Because it's like, bro,
Of
I don't
champions.
really care.
That dragon marking?
Also, shout out for
I think it's an
Melina
invitation.
being a Black Girl Magic.
To fight for something known.
No, a lot of niggas could be mad about it. Man, look.
As Mortal Kombat.
But they are being brutal. That's the one thing I do like about this trailer. They're showcasing it like, bro, this some R-rated shit. Niggas go get fucked up. Like, there's gonna be some fatality shit in here. It's not, they're not kidding in Mortal Kombat.
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
But I don't know how I feel about this.
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground.
No. The new nigga that they introduced was like, he's supposed to be like a replacement Johnny Cage, basically.
The nigga that making low-key the main character?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a Hollywood. We need to have this interaction is dope, bro. This is the best part of the game.
Ooh, that was cold.
That shit cold. This is what makes me excited about this movie, the action.
It just gave me flashbacks when Cam was doing me with Sub-Zero and that ice. We toss him to the ice.
That's my shit, but yeah, I think that I'm not gonna get my hopes too up because this is a video game movie, and every time I get my hopes up, it gets dashed. And this could be smoke and mirrors at the end of the day, but I do think the action at least looks to be good. Hopefully, plot wise, I'm not really expecting much because like even in the Mortal Kombat games, the plot is low key ass.
Always.
The Mortal Kombat 11 story was booty cheeks, so like I'm not really looking much for the plot, but as far as like the action, which is what I really care about, it looks dope. That scene with Sub-Zero and Scorpio, I like it. I'm not sure how I feel about this Cole character, and shout out to it being on HBO Max, securing the bag always. So yeah, I think it's gonna be an average movie. So I'm kind of gauging my expectations on an average action movie.
Like for me, the selling point's gonna be just the action. Like I don't care for much for story, and all that. As long as it just stays true to what Mortal Kombat is. Like I know the first two movies that came out, that second movie is just horrible. That's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But the first movie is still really solid in terms of at the time the action in itself. But it didn't feel like Mortal Kombat. It felt like an action movie with Mortal Kombat skin. This movie actually looks like a Mortal Kombat movie. So as long as the action is cool and all, that's all I look for. I don't really care for the story and shit like that.
Shout out to whoever making the movie. Shout out to HBO Max. Basically watching this shit for free. Big ass quotations. Yo, that just when you talk about the Mortal Kombat 2, that nigga Shao Kahn was a bald head nigga with a skull on his face, bro. He had no type of fucking drip. Yeah, no type of like. He just a bald.
Did they replace the actors too?
Some of the actors got replaced. So yes.
But like. Just to some of the things I was gauging off for Ed Boon's Twitter feed, because you know them niggas was mad. One, they said, "Oh, y'all wasted all your resources on this, but we need to cut another combat pack." Nigga, fuck you. Two, what's another thing they said? Oh, you taking away Johnny Cage and bringing this new dude in. Well, you could at least put him in the game. Nigga, fuck you.
I'm sorry, Danger, to cut you off real quick. This the thing, G. If you gonna ask for new characters, you niggas hate most of the new characters. Y'all hate them. This is why they rebooted the game.
You got the fucking nerve to talk about all this shit when you made Mortal Kombat 11 a fucking cesspool of fucking microtransactions, season pass bullshit, charging for old characters. Shitty ass story mode, a fucking aftermath expansion pack that I had to buy, even though I bought the fucking $100 edition originally. So I gotta spend $40 more to get an expansion to your shitty fucking story in order to play characters that were in that story that I can't play unless I pay money for it. Hey, fuck you, Ed Boon.
No, it wasn't Ed Boon shit on the shit.
Who was it?
Shit on Ed Boon.
It was the fans.
It was fans.
Who they say
oh, okay.
No, it's
Bro.
still fuck Ed Boon.
Yeah, it's still
that
fuck
game.
Ed Boon, but like, yo, that shit got me heated, bro. Cause like, no, like, do not do to all my Mortal Kombat fans. Do not act like Mortal Kombat games are like the Saints, and then this big bad Hollywood gonna ruin fucking Mortal Kombat. No. Mortal Kombat games ruin Mortal Kombat. So fuck that shit, bro.
Yeah. So
Yes. No, not the movie itself is ass. This is the fans. The fans is weird fans. Like people like, yo, why is this? Is like, why is y'all keep telling this man about a movie he not creating? You know, like,
Right.
I'm like, yo, y'all thirsty. Y'all can be Street Fighter fans. Realize that. Y'all can be playing the same game.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, so it's neither here nor there. I don't get no, let these niggas have a movie. They look for the fans that's complaining about where's this or the continuity issues. Look, y'all already got fucked by NetherRealm. You okay? You just better let this back in, bro. Just let it. Just watch the movie. Be enjoy. Johnny Cage will be in 2. Even the nigga who directed, I think director or writing the movie, literally said Johnny Cage better be in. Somebody demanded Johnny Cage be in the second movie, and got asked, so yeah, who you would have to cast them? So if this movie do good, Johnny Cage will be in that second movie. Clap, clap. I don't even know why y'all give a fuck that much about Johnny Cage anyway. All you gonna do is say cheap one-liners and punch niggas in the nuts. Like that's it, bro. Like. So that neither here nor there. Also, the only thing I do probably got to grab with is continuity issues is Jax and his fucking arms, but that shit's so minuscule that I don't give a fuck. So it's and plus Jack look like he fucking sell car insurance.
And Mortal Kombat 11 happened, which fucked the entire continuity up. So who cares?
Y'all spend continuity in a video game movie at that.
Fucking Liu Kang reset everything, and then Shang Tsung reset Liu Kang's reset.
And then just so Liu Kang can reset the reset.
Right.
And that's because I watched the story mode. So I was like, come on now. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the movie. That's what's up. Snyder Cut trailer for Justice League. Y'all could talk about that.
I just watched bits and pieces of it, but I mean, it looks better than Justice League, which isn't much of an accomplishment because Justice League fucking sucked. The Snyder Cut meme about like everything being so dark and broody still holds up to this day. It's just funny as hell. It looks good, but my problem is that I know they said it's gonna be a 4-part series. I think something they say like it's just a big movie,
big 4-hour movie.
Yeah, that's my thing, bro. Like
that shit 4 hours.
Yeah, but it's like, and the thing is, the trailer, like, it's like they're squeezing. Here's my thing. My complaint about Justice League was that you were squeezing so much shit into one movie that needed to be spaced out and expanded upon. And it's like you decided that instead of learning that lesson, you're just gonna make it longer and put more shit into it. Like Darkseid and all this other shit. Like, cool, it's a good nod. People like Darkseid, yay, thumbs up. But like, bro, like, chill. You are not Marvel. Stop
Marvel
trying to compete with Marvel. Movie. Like, just stop. You're not Marvel. Stop trying to fucking accelerate your fucking your DCEU timeline so that you can finally start making Justice League Armageddon, Justice League Dark, all this other shit. Like, chill out, bro. Like, you need time to develop these characters and develop the world that they live in and all this other stuff, bro. Like, the trailer, yes, it looks good. It looks like this Justice League is going to be better than the original Justice League. Cool, but like 4 hours and you're cramming so much shit into 4 hours. It's like, bro, chill out. And I don't know, bro, like, cause sometimes, bro, y'all movies be boring as fuck, bro. So 4 hours? You expect me to sit on the couch for 4 hours?
I don't know why comic book movies expect me to sit down for more than 3.
The only movies that can keep black people sitting down that long is the Jackson 5 movie and the Temptations. That's
Bro,
it.
barely. I'm talking about when Jackson 5 Part 1 come off, I get up, go scratch.
Yeah, like it's a stretch point. There's a difference, but black people can sit down and watch that shit. It's entertainment.
That Jackson, especially if you watch that bitch on VH1, you wake up watching, you go to bed watching that shit, right?
Exactly.
That Jackson 5 movie, that motherfucker there. But no, like even like I'm not gonna make this I hate talking about Marvel when it comes to DC, but you know you got to compare to that shit. But even like when it comes to timeless, bro, yo, Infinity Endgame didn't have to be that fucking long. There was a bunch of shit in Endgame, and I was watching, I was like, I don't give no fuck. A lot of Ant-Man shit too. When I was watching, I was like, I don't give no fuck. It's like now in the movie theater with my homies, like, yeah, Endgame, it went faster. But me watching Endgame again, guess what I'm gonna do?
I did that. Like that's the funny thing. Like watching Infinity War, I could watch Infinity War all the way through, no problem. Endgame, I did skip some of that shit.
Hell yes. Infinity War.
Nah, some stuff in Infinity War. I'm low like that Guardians of the Galaxy stuff when they went to go get that reality stone. Skip.
I'm sorry.
That's a skip.
I do believe Infinity War is a greater movie, but that's like I agree with Kim on the fact that they need to establish these characters. Because anybody watch the trailer, they threw Joker in that bitch for no fucking reason.
They're just throwing every fucking thing into this movie for some
reason. I didn't watch that trailer. I said them like, how?
They threw Joker in that bitch. Like, cause confession time, right? I never watched Justice League in its entirety. So I
don't blame you.
I had to.
I'm going in this technically blind.
Shit was ass, dog.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this movie with no bias. Cause that's how I try to watch everything. No fucking bias. Heard the 4 hour length. I'm like, damn, I better be watching some good shit for 4 hours. Cause I'm not sitting down for 4 hours. I don't even do that shit with wrestling. So God, I don't. Like if you call me a casual or anything, I don't do that shit with wrestling. I have to talk about that shit. Like I will skim the fuck out some wrestling. Like what else? When nothing, it's only wrestling and fucking comic book movies that be this long. I barely binge watch anime no more. I'm getting fucking old. Okay, you do that shit all the time.
You got grown people shit to take care of.
Hey, but no, seriously, like the 4 hours, the throwing characters in there, the color scene looks beautiful. There's some beautiful visual shots and everything. That's great. It's just that I will take this if they end this shit with a universal redo, like they do a fucking
Flashpoint,
end it, and everything just changes, and they move fucking continuity comes with the next Batman that's coming up. I mean, regardless. Right?
End it with Flashpoint, and I'll fucking love it.
But like, oh yeah, they make if the Flashpoint movie come out and they just redo their whole fucking continuity, I would love that shit. And it starts off with the new Batman. It ties in with Jared Leto. I mean, not Jared Leto. Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Shit like that, I would be down with, right? This shit here, though, my nigga. Like I'm saying, I'm gonna watch it. Okay, let me say it. I'm gonna try to watch it unbiased. I'm sitting here through 4 hours of that shit is not looking good, bro. I would have to take out time on my fucking day. My Saturdays are already short, and my Sundays feel like they go through like fucking beast mode. So like, I'm scared. But you know, that's the end. I'm hoping for it. Like I don't. Okay, the movie coming out. Lastly, both sides of the spectrum, right? Like Marvel niggas and niggas that hate the Snyder Cut, don't hop on these Snyder Cut niggas and laugh at them when they getting excited over something because they want to be excited. Snyder Cut niggas, just like I tell you, Hunter x Hunter's fan, bro, y'all ain't looking at the word of God, okay? Ain't come down from fucking heaven with what Jesus said the Justice League movie is supposed to be. That ain't happening, fam. Okay? You about to get you, hopefully, a decent movie. And call it a day. That's it.
Hey, so, like I said, I agree with what you said. But yeah. Moving on. Let's go into games. Two gaming news. Well, the only gaming news besides Nintendo Direct, and I'll let Cam give bars off on that shit. Anthem's about to die. Anthem's on his last
potentially.
legs.
So it depends on how. Oh, shit. It depends on like I forgot what's it like, but they're planning on doing some what is it? Like some meeting, basically going over what they have so far for the revamp that they're doing with Anthem. And apparently, if that fails, like if they say like, oh, we don't, fuck that shit, like it doesn't look like it's gonna work, then they're gonna cancel and shut down Anthem, which Loki sucks for the developers who've been pouring a bunch of time and effort into trying to revamp Anthem and to make it something that's not shit. And then if they see that there's no potential success from that, then it's just gonna fail. So RIP Anthem. In case that happens, let this just be a lesson for you, EA. Stop chasing trends. Be a trendsetter, not a trend chaser. So yeah, sucks, but part of me kind of wants Anthem not to. It's weird, right? So I'm looking at this from the developer side. I don't want Anthem to die because I don't want the people who have been working, the scrub people who dedicated their time. Like I'm looking at this from a technology perspective of like you spending years and months working on something and then some nigga just goes like, yeah, fuck you, bro, cancel that shit, right? That fucking sucks. Like that's some heart-wrenching shit. And EA has a fucking history of doing that with a lot of studios when it comes to just canceling their games or just literally shutting down their studios and shit like that. So that stuff sucks. The asshole part of me wants this game to fail because it's a message to EA to stop all this, this predatory trend chasing bullshit and start just make an actual fucking video game and sell a video game. So it's hard to say, but it's a sad situation, but reap what you sow.
Damn. Anthem never came out on PC?
No.
That shit about to die. Cause I
think it's on Origins though.
Oh, okay. Cause I checked Steam.
It's on Origins. It's on Origins.
Cause I checked Steam real quick. I pulled it up. I was like,
but there's been no major updates because they've just been revamping it behind the scenes. So they're gonna have a meeting and this is the revamped Anthem that we want people to play. And if the shareholders or whoever goes this ain't it, chief, then Anthem's done.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's interesting. All right, but it be that way. The game been out for 2 years, right? 2 years? Because I remember you played the beta. It wasn't last year. It had to have been 2 years ago. Around this time, 2 years ago.
Either 2018? 2018 or 2019?
Gotta be 2019.
I think it's 2018.
I think it was 2019. I feel like it was 2019, but I strongly believe it was 2019 when we played that beta. Because it was around this time that year.
Yeah, it's February 22nd, 2019.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Tomorrow is its anniversary.
See? That's why I'm like,
yeah.
I hope it's good news that it might save the game, but it's just not looking good. There's literally no buzz for this game. Even with when Destiny seems what we thought Destiny 2 was a bust, it came and rised again. So it's just among the looter shooter games,
follow Destiny. Make the Anthem revamp free to play and just charge for expansions.
Pretty much, but even then, you gotta sell something that's good, because at least Destiny had a sign of okay, we fucked up, but we can make it better. So we'll see. But last thing, Nintendo Direct. Let's try not to spend too much time on this. So Nintendo had a Direct. Some shit came out. A new Smash character. I didn't even look at the Smash character yet. Zelda fans were disappointed, and if you like Splatoon, you get Splatoon. Those are the major things I remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I'll let you cook, Cam.
So I'm not mad at Nintendo. Let me put it like that. My bars is more so for the Nintendo fans.
As always.
I had 2 clowns of the week, but I just give my first one. Let's go to you, Nintendo fans. Pre-Nintendo Directs, y'all niggas are some toxic dumbasses, bro. Y'all be just doing some stupid. to all you Zelda fans, hold this L. That the fact that y'all are disappointed is all on you. Y'all niggas like, oh, it's the 35th year of Zelda. They're gonna announce something big. No, nigga, like they literally came out was like, yo, this Nintendo Direct is gonna show you some Smash Ultimate news, and then we go show you some games that's gonna come out during the first quarter of the year. That's it. They ain't hype it up and go like, oh, yo, this wasn't like Microsoft when y'all remember that famous showcase where they were like, oh, a new Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay, and they just showed that CGI trailer. Nintendo did not do that. Nintendo was like, listen, bro, this is what's gonna come out on the Direct. Boom. Y'all niggas keep setting up unrealistic expectations for these Directs when I'm keep telling y'all this shit is mid. It's like this shit is mid to ass all the time. Like there's no such thing. Like y'all expecting these major Zelda news in fucking February. Like, bro, wait till like E3 time. Like where E3 would have existed and they just drop a big ass direct and go like, boom, expect some major Zelda news. Something like that, right? Like where they actually show on their show card like Zelda stuff. People are mad at the Smash character. Here's my thing, right? This is why I told y'all, be careful when you buy those fighter passes. Because when you do that transaction, when you do that fighter pass transaction, you are supporting
everybody.
Whatever comes out in that pass. When you buy that shit, locked and loaded. That means whoever Sakurai says is getting that green light to get in Smash, you support that. You already spoke with your wallet. So you getting mad that it was Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade, and they look really fucking cool. Like they're really dope characters, and I fucking love Xenoblade Chronicles. And the only Xenoblade Chronicles character in their game is fucking Shulk. So now we have another.
Shulk is a good character.
Xenoblade. Yeah, so now we have another good character in the Xenoblade story. Just like with fucking Final Fantasy, how Cloud was the only one. Now we have Sephiroth. Like, oh, it's another anime sword fighter character. Like, ooh, bro. It don't matter who bro. It's fucking Sephiroth. Like that's like hype beyond hype. Like niggas talking about nigga, nobody getting that hyped over Crash Bandicoot being this. And nobody's getting fucking hyped about every character that except with the exception of like maybe Sora. Maybe Sora. Any character that came out after Sephiroth was not going to be at super omega hype tier. Because it's fucking Sephiroth. And another sword fighter character. Who fucking cares? The fucking swords sound like fist hitting sound effects in Smash. Y'all really like y'all Smash players are like fucking like we talk when we talk shit about y'all lack of hygiene and shit, bro. Like y'all really are scum of the earth, bro. Like y'all just so fucking like it just nothing ever like go take a shower, my nigga, before you start complaining about new Smash characters, G. Like, put some deodorant on and some shit, bro. Like, come on now, bro. Like, take care of yourself before you start complaining about other people, G. Fucking crying over. You bought the fighter pass, nigga. You gotta hold that L. Stop buying the shit. I didn't buy fighter pass 2. Hell, I didn't even buy fighter pass 1 until all the characters came out, and I was like, I want all of them, so I bought it. Same thing with this fighter. I'm gonna buy what? I'm gonna buy Sephiroth. And I'm gonna buy Pyra. I'm gonna call it a day.
No Steve.
No Steve. I'm sorry. Steve was ass. I can complain about Steve because I ain't buy the fighter pass, so that nigga was ass. But yeah, the rest of the direct was cool. Like a lot of the games that they showed that are coming out were of interest to me in particular because I'm a JRPG fan. The Project Triangle game that they came out with is dope. It's pretty much Octopath Traveler 2, basically. And it was pretty cool that like another thing that I do like about Nintendo Directs is that usually when they showcase games, they usually go like, yeah, this game is available for purchase after the Direct, or they'll go like, this game has a demo that you can play right now. Like when they usually announce certain games, they'll have some like cool ass shit that you can do with it after the Direct is over or during the Direct. That's one thing I do like about the Direct. For all y'all niggas was expecting Bayonetta 3 news. Niggas was expecting a Super Mario Odyssey 2 news when fucking the Bowser's Fury just came out. Like, y'all niggas are some fucking dumbasses, dog. Like, y'all just be writing yourselves into L's, G. Stop hyping this shit up. Stop having these. When you see that show card, that literally said Smash Ultimate News and games coming out in first quarter. The big major thing that you should have expected was a Smash reveal. That's it. After that, you just getting shit. You Zelda fans gotta hold that L because I don't know what y'all was expecting the Breath of the Wild 2 shit. Y'all not getting it, but y'all getting a Skyward Sword, which is pretty dope.
They were actually,
I like that game.
They were more expecting because one of my vibes is a Zelda fan. They were expecting, it's the 35th anniversary. They're expecting something similar to what the Mario fans got last year.
L, and I'm still calling it L because that's y'all did that. Y'all did that. Nintendo did not go like, it's the 35th anniversary of Zelda. Get ready, fans. They did not say that. That was the fans. Literally, it was a bunch of Nintendo YouTubers going like 35th anniversary. Expect Breath of the Wild 2 news. And everybody got hyped over some false shit, false rumors that would not happen. And now y'all mad. Y'all built yourselves into this. And then my thing is, what would y'all, if y'all got Breath of the Wild 2 news, right? Y'all would have been mad because guess what? Y'all probably would have got another generic ass CGI trailer. Then y'all would have been like, oh, where's the gameplay? Where's the release? Y'all want a CGI trailer that says at the end of it to be the release date to be. Y'all want another Kingdom Hearts 3 situation where at the end of every fucking trailer it's like to be released, to be announced release date?
We don't know.
For what? For fucking what, dog? Like, I'm not mad at Nintendo. I'm not like y'all fans. Y'all are the reason. Stop with these unrealistic bullshit. That's it. Zelda fans hold this L. You Mario fans hold this L. You F-Zero niggas for some reason hold that L. Like, you ain't getting no fucking F-Zero game. You Star Fox fans hold this L. You Bayonetta fans hold this L.
Star Fox fans gotta hold this L for fucking eternity. Y'all ain't getting shit, okay?
Y'all not getting nothing.
Just like the niggas who think you get another Sly Cooper. No, my nigga, you ain't getting. Okay, you sit there. Yeah, memories. Okay, we don't.
Like, hey, I want a new Metroid Prime.
Y'all
I'm
not
already
getting
accepted.
Metroid Prime.
Niggas gotta hold y'all L.
It's not happening.
The niggas who think y'all get another Jack. Y'all ain't getting no other
I've
Jack.
been accepted that. Like, you know how much I love Jack series. Jack, I don't care for Jack 1, but Jack 2 and 3 got me through was my top 5 PS2 games. G, I already accepted. Ain't gonna be another one.
No, I'm talking shit, but they should have made a Donkey Kong game.
You Donkey Kong fans gotta hold this L too, G.
Yo, you watching Yo, Donkey had me fucking crying because his videos are straight satire. So he feel like a Nintendo fan while watching this. He's like, another JRPG. After this, it's gonna be Zelda. And then what? Zelda, it was another JRPG.
Reggie's gonna come and say he's going back to Nintendo. Like you Nintendo fans are fucking like you're funny. Like I literally when I came into the direct, I was like, I'm gonna see Smash stuff, and they probably gonna say something about Bravely Default 2, which is coming out this week, and I'm looking forward to that. That's it, and I got that. So in all actuality, this was a good direct for me. But for y'all other niggas, hold that L, G. And next time you see another Nintendo direct, maybe you'll get some.
But you know the crazy thing is, it's not even peak hype release gaming time. Like, it's not nowhere near this time yet.
Yeah.
February. In the middle of a fucking pandemic. I'm really tired of saying that shit, by the way. The fuck you think we gonna get? We ain't getting shit. Y'all niggas definitely getting. You know it's a surefire game that you know you're gonna get. My niggas, this going for all consoles. You ready for your NBA 2K22? Madden
and FIFA, G. Those are guaranteed.
That's guaranteed. Okay?
That shit ain't getting
delayed. Call of Duty. And don't forget Call of Duty.
And Call of Duty.
Whatever Call of Duty.
Yeah, bro. Like, y'all, like, I'm trying to, because, like, what y'all want to see Link pull out the Master Sword again for the 50th time? And then it says Breath of the Wild 2? Like, what the fuck y'all want, bro? Like, y'all ain't getting shit. Hold that L.
Breath of the Wild 2 with Nintendo's internet. It's co-op.
And the funny thing is, y'all technically got Breath of the Wild 2 with the fucking Hyrule Warriors game that came out. So play that shit. Keep yourself busy.
They should have fucked them over and gave us some DLC for that shit doing their 30th anniversary. 30th anniversary.
35th.
See.
$35.
Oh yes.
But yeah, so a lot of people were disappointed, but that's a classic Nintendo Direct, as always. But with that being said, with disappointment always brings up clowns, man. And goofy motherfuckers. Straight clown head motherfuckers, G. So clowns, G. So my first clown is going, and I feel like we gave this nigga a clown like episodes ago, but it's because it's the same nigga that slandered Meg for being not being a real anime fan, no pussy getting ass nigga.
The
gatekeeper community, G. So this time the anime community went further with this guy. They legit found this nigga's Facebook page, and it's a shame that he's in the Chicagoland area. I'm not gonna state where he lives, but he's in the south suburbs. So that's all we need to know. He look like he get no coochie though. But Buddy pretty much said if you are a fan of, like, I think, what was it? Just Dragon Ball Z, Hunter x Hunter.
I can read it verbatim.
Oh, go ahead, Daytra.
Because this is my clown.
Oh.
If all your common knowledge of anime is Demon Slayer, Naruto, and you watch...
Read it in the voice of the correct reference. And all your like read like.
I don't even think his voice like this. I think you probably gotta read it because in that assets, something sells with that voice. Dude, he has sinus issues. This nigga just a bitch. If I would know how to talk like a bitch, I would do that. But I ain't got no bitch in me, bro. So, if all your common knowledge of anime is Demon Slayer, Naruto, Inuyasha, Bleach, One Piece, nigga. I don't even know 15 people that watches fucking Fate, by the way. Fate. Sailor Moon, another thing. Don't know 15 niggas that watch Sailor Moon. That's right. Gundam, My Hero.
That thing with Gundam.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Ghost in the Shell, my nigga. Them are like 40-year-old fans who watch that shit, bro. Ghost in the Shell. Then you are not anime fans. Normie, stay the fuck out of anime. So I know Chris wanted to get him, but let me do this real quick.
Go ahead, because I got another one too.
There is a thing, like, people don't understand, like, in media, there's no such thing as, like, you can gatekeep because it's media. That's the gatekeeping is protecting or stopping people from viewing something. Low-key, gatekeeping is a real political fucking thing in which you're stopping a certain set of motherfuckers from doing what they want to do because you want to keep it all up. You don't want the guys to see. Like when you say
China,
loud, do you expect somebody to be like, crap, I can't watch no more anime on Crunchyroll? No, nobody's gonna do that. But the simple fact of why, like, what is the end goal of you keeping niggas who watch Dragon Ball or Naruto or Gundam? There ain't no niggas who watch Gundam other than Chris. Gundam.
I watch Gundam too.
I only watch G Gundam. That's the only Gundam I watch is G Gundam.
I'm trying to think, like, maybe he just wants attention.
No, it's definitely attention. It's definitely costly. You got it. You got the clicks. There's a difference in, like, trolling and troll culture. Troll culture is horrible. I think it's a mental illness of the fact that you get satisfaction, my bad, of really trying to ump somebody. Like, it's a different thing to troll. Like, me and Cam, we troll niggas, bro. Like, we joke a lot, but out of fucking love. And we only do it to our homies, right?
Right.
To go around the internet and really do these things, the case to get people mad, and that makes you feel some type of satisfaction for you to troll. One, your profile picture, you are the niggas that got them deep black things under their eyes, my nigga. There's a lot of nights in which you just get a lot of fucking beating off, and there was no rest. Okay, so you are demon eyes, my nigga. You are sleepless nights with no type of fucking rest.
Nigga watching fucking
like,
lolly anime.
What else they say? You got fucking flamed on Twitter, deservingly. You saying, "Oh, these people are attacking me, don't understand what I'm really saying." when your thing is saying Sony censorships video games, bro, you got some demons you got to deal with, bro.
You put a Goku going Super Saiyan GIF in the fucking, like, you literally muted your entire argument, my nigga. Like, you trying to say like you're not an anime fan if you watch this shit, and you put Goku going Super Saiyan like you like, oh yeah, like I'm really about this shit. But like, why didn't you use a GIF from one of your obscure 12 episode animated by this obscure studio that does high quality work shit on the GIF to emphasize your point? Use Goku. Like, what does that say about you?
And he's saying if because he going off blog post, right? But it's the same token of blog post. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Sometimes when people blog post and call things other than redo Hill problematic, because it fucking is problematic, it involves rape. But other than that, if you're talking about like, you know, oh, there's got female representation or the lack of female representation in the show, is doing what a blog post should fucking do. And that start up a conversation. Blog posts are not end all, be all of a fucking show or a medium. When we talk shit about Demon Slayer off what somebody said, we're doing exactly what they wanted from that blog post. When somebody say Demon Slayer is the #1 anime in this generation from X blog, and we shit on that, it's because guess what? We're doing what people are asking. It's to give our opinion on said blog post. There is no metric when it comes to good anime. I don't care how many times you went on my anime list and your favorite show got a 10 out of fucking 10. Guess what? If your favorite show 7 Deadly Sins, in my eyes, it's ass.
Right.
That's my eyes. They ain't toys. Love what you love. I don't have to gatekeep. There will be no situation in which you will not be able to watch your big titty animes no more. Never. It has, if anything, anime has gotten even more raunchy.
Oh, man.
This Reviewer is a show that involves multiple niggas going through different type of brothels that deals with different type of fetishes. It puts a good light on sex work. Depending on how you want to say not what you believe in sex work, if it's a legit job, shit that nature, but it puts a light on that subject within an anime that outline of a vagina with some meat.
Those that work literally talked about penis, erections, baby making, and gonorrhea.
There will be nobody. One, Japan censored their own body parts. So if anybody's gonna censor some shit, it's fucking Japan. So there's no need to gatekeep that. The post that he said he made this off of, because there was a blog about Kill la Kill. Never watched the fucking show. Don't give a fuck about it. There was a blog about the Kill la Kill, and he's basically saying the reason I made this is because if anime were controlled by normies and not gate kept, you won't be seeing women with huge boobs anymore. Do your part and start gatekeeping anime and manga community.
Yeah, this nigga's a clown, bro. I didn't realize he said that shit, bro. This nigga's a fucking goofy dog.
There is a big difference. But that's not the censorship you should be worried about. Is if you want to see, because that's the culture of fucking anime. There is not one anime on this earth that you can go to, and there's not one girl above a fucking C cup. Put me to an anime that's not fucking with children, like fucking Assassination Classroom or some shit. But put me to an anime that's
that show has big tits too.
that's catered to
the one adult.
That's catered to young adults, so like 16 and up that don't have a woman with huge breasts in it. Point me to that shit. Cause that's the fucking culture, bro. It's like when we watch our 90s movies, hood or not. Okay, when we go to a 90s hood movie, there's going to be a scene in which they're taking pictures with the shit that they got. You want to know why is that in the 90s hood movie? You want to know why the jewelry blinging and they in a club like this and they happy? You hear the DJ talking, they running through the lights. When it gets shot up, nobody knows. You know why it's like that in every 90s hood movie? This is fucking culture, my nigga. You wanna know why in every family hood movie, I mean not family hood movie, but every family black movie, there's either a big mama or there's a table with food on it, or there's a Sunday dinner, or something happens, or all of them go to church on Sunday around Christmas. You wanna know why? Because that's fucking culture, my nigga. Anime with big titties, and that shit ain't gonna get censored, dog. It's culture. It's a very like weird ass culture, but it's fucking culture. So you gotta worry about the censorship. And last but not least, I brought it up earlier. That black shit under your eyes, get that shit checked, okay? Some very dark shit in your life. There's been a lot of nights in which you closed them eyelids and you binged too many shows. You might be the reason why Hentai Haven got cut down. Because the FBI was like, too much traffic to this one site.
The IP address is found. The IP address is found.
So, all in all, like, fuck that nigga, bro. Don't even get offended at shit like that. Like, you know, the reason I'm really talking about it is because, you know, one of our day one viewers asked us to clown this nigga. And I'm gonna clown him for him because that's my homie. But,
cool people.
Like, fuck this nigga, bro. Like, who the fuck are you, my nigga? Like, you live in the city. Hey, if you came across this episode, check it. Came across this episode and you from the same exact city, you gotta come see me. Let's have a very civil dispute. You can bring your homies. I can bring mine. Not my podcast homies though. They don't have to come. I can bring my homies. You can. They can Harvey World. They could be from Dalton. I know some niggas in Dalton. They could be from Calumet City. They could be from, name another south suburb. I don't fucking know. Worth or some shit. They could be from all around there. Bring them. Let's have a civil discussion about you telling me that I'm a normie. Now I should stay out of anime and stay away from all the women with those big ass titties. Let's do it. Let's sit down. I can name the place. We can go downtown with it, but it won't last long because it's downtown. And Glory Lightfoot like raising those gates up with one type with any opportunity. Shit, we go to my old neighborhoods. Fuck it. We can go to your hood. I'm down. If you come across it, let me know. Twitter is Black Otakus of the Culture. At me, just say Trail exactly. You ain't gotta say the whole cast. It's okay. Say Trail. Dating time, I'll call off work. I'll try my best to. And yeah, we get this popping. I have no problem with it. I love having conversations with people. Come see me, bro. I'm a friendly guy. Everybody know that.
Man, that's friendly. So I have another clown. So since Datra literally went in on dude, appreciate it. I have to literally, I hate to clown young black men, but this little nigga just literally fucked it over, G. So I was scrolling on social media. I'm sitting there wondering, like, people sitting there, like, I came across this video of Cam Newton, quarterback.
What's up, Kevin?
Black quarterback. Yeah, he's a free agent right now. He's going to get a new job regardless. Cam Newton, G, you know. So he's hosting a camp for young black men to get better. Well, it's a pandemic, but young black men, young black athletes to get better and all of that. He's using his money, shout out to Under Armour, and hosting it. This little dumb nigga, don't even know his name. Name probably gonna come up in the news eventually. Cam Newton's walking by. He says, "You a free agent. You a free agent. You gonna be poor. You gonna be poor." Bro, Cam Newton at one point had made a lot of money. He's also sponsored by Under Armour. I think he also has a lot of other nice endorsement deals as well.
And he also made $100 million off of football.
Exactly. He makes lots of money. His money's going towards this camp that you're at.
Yeah, like, it's for a good cause. Like, why are you saying that shit?
Exactly. Now, me as a former football player, now I ain't gonna sit there and say I was the best where I was able to attend camps hosted by NFL players and such. I've been to where it's been to camps before where it's just like you go to learn. Like, yeah, you have time to mess around, crack jokes. You know that's just the culture of being around young people. But you're there, any of the elders that's there, any of the coaches that's there, You're there to learn. You're gonna respect what they say. You're gonna take it and all of that. Cam Newton just walking by, just being a cool guy. He's really one of the coolest people out here in terms of pro football players. You have the nerve to sit there and say, "Hey, you gonna go broke?" Like, gee, that's how you talk to a pro football player at a camp. I just hope that you're attending on his wallet, Under Armour's on wallet too, but his wallet. Hey, all I'm gonna say is I hope that kid realizes college scouts pay attention to that shit.
You literally fumbled the bag. You fumbled the ball.
Like I hope at the very least you're a 4-star recruit.
Did you see the second video?
The second video where the white boy literally said he's just fast.
Yeah, the white boy basically called him a nigger. But
he did. He did.
But no, my favorite part of that video is not the nigga calling Cam trash. Because that's another thing. People think trolling and trying, like the people who go in the comment section and say LaFraud's way to a Mickey Mouse thing. Like shit like that. People do that to get satisfaction and make people mad. Gay shit, right? Lack of pussy shit. My favorite thing is when Cam was like, "Oh, don't talk to me. Where your father at?"
Exactly. Even though
his father,
because he's like that's a double entendre. Because it's like I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm gonna argue with your dad. Like your dad brought you here. I'm gonna tell him to get you up out of here.
His dad ain't bring him that, so because he ain't got his daddy in his life. G, that ain't right.
And not to be an asshole, but that energy's kind of showing and shit like that. Because it's like you don't go to those camps to disrespect people who is like there to teach you. But like I said, I hope that kid's at least a 4. Like, gee, I hope that kid's at least a 4-star recruit. I hope so. If not, even if you're a 4-star recruit, I hope Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State all gave you offers. G. If those 3 schools didn't give you offers, don't talk shit to no Cam Newton, bro. Don't talk shit to no Cam Newton, bro. I don't care if he is a free agent. That nigga still went to a Super Bowl. He has an MVP. He's still the greatest Panther of all time. He's going to the Hall of Fame. And he's black. We don't have a lot of those. So literally, my point is this. Put respect on that man's name and that kid. This is one thing. College scouts are really petty. They're going to sit there and be like, yeah, this kid, he might not be. They want to find the littlest reason not to bring you to that school. They're going to sit there and be like, use the kid that talked crazy to Cam at that camp. Yeah, off that alone, we think you're not really disciplined. They're gonna use terms like I already know. You have a problem against authority. You don't respect authority. You won't take practice seriously. Stuff like that. They're gonna take note of that shit. And he's gonna learn the hard way.
Where your father at? Let me talk to your dad, man.
Like all of that was just wild, but like that kid gonna be playing for goddamn Illinois State, and I'ma laugh. I'm gonna laugh.
PFL.
Like, take advantage of those opportunities. Player.
He's gonna be a Canadian football player.
Damn.
That's still a W. But yeah, G. So that's all I gotta say in regards to that, G. That kid tweaked hard as hell. Cam, you got anybody?
I got the clown earlier. Speaking of blog posts, the fucking nigga who put that goofy shit about what is it? What's that show? Oh, Jujutsu Shippuden, having like great female representation, having like the evolving characters and showing it or something like that. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but that's some of the most that's like one of the goofiest hot takes I've ever heard. Like, in no way, shape, or form have they done anything revolutionary with their female cast. If anything, they've just made them all cliches. With Maki basically being a female Rock Lee, a Rule 23 Rock Lee. Freaking Sakura with a hammer is Sakura with an hammer. So like, they don't really do much as far as like. There's a lot of other shows that like if you're trying to get those clicks about like, oh, look at us. We stand for female empowerment. Support us because we're cool. Because we said that this show evolves women. Then like I get you. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get them clicks. I respect that. But there are a lot of other shows that do female empowerment. A lot of anime that do female empowerment, female representation, really, really well, and it's not forced or anything like. I'm not saying that Jesus Kaisen forces it. They don't force it, but like they don't. They find a clever way to blend it into their medium to where it's like, yeah, this shit happens. Women are here. Women do these things, and let's move on with the show. Let's move on with the plot, things like that, right? Not like with Marvel in-game shit, right? That's like, okay, we get it, Marvel, nice, but other shows that really do it well. So like that Vlog Plus was kind of goofy, but I understand where you're coming from. I'm not mad at you, but that's a bad hot take.
It's clownish. Anime fans are nearsighted. They see what the fuck they want to see.
Oh yeah, episode 19, and then you like, oh, episode 19, the show is popular. Let me see what I can get away with. Oh yeah, it does as well. And then they go find some way to say like, oh, well, Tondo is the first bisexual character that's represented well in anime, some shit like that, right? Like,
wait, somebody bisexual with that show?
No, because he has a good relationship with Itadori, but he likes the idol, so they're gonna find some way to frame him as something that he's not to get that hot take, because that's what they do.
I was like, what the fuck? Hey, shut up. But no, like, who gives a shit, bro? Like, you can go in any anime almost that has any female protagonist or females in there, and you can say that they take the toll, you know, and skyrockets females in anime, like, because it's called character development.
Oh man, feminism and character development are two different things, man. That's it for me.
All right, cool. So on that note, we're going to end the episode. We appreciate you guys for listening as always. Greatly appreciate you guys. Make sure you do follow us on Twitter at the Black Otakus, wherever platform you listen to us on, whether it's YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, SoundCloud, what you'll call it, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Pod, whatever. We appreciate the support. Like, share, all of that shit. Subscribe. We appreciate it. And make sure you go on Teespring and copy some You Tweaking Media merch. Copy your face mask. Copy your t-shirt. Short sleeve, long sleeve, whatever. And hoodies. We appreciate it. We appreciate you guys for supporting us as always. And thanks for listening. And peace.
Yanin.